officially live!
Oh.
Man, I realize...
Fuck these ads.
Streaming plugs?
I dropped them in there. But it's another reason why it's actually good to not go, like officially start, like, right in the beginning, because everyone gets stuck in those, like, either 7 ads or, like, 30-minute ads. Freaking hate Twitch ads. Oh! I just got a subscription, Mr. Jester. Thank you.
Ooh! Yeah, he's a good dude.
I appreciate that. I really do. I just hope I didn't wear out my throat, because I was, like, freaking rocking out in my car on my way back home.
Boom.
Do.
I'm trying to think of... There we go.
Audio should be working. Sounds a little quiet. I'll turn it up just a little bit.
You sound a little quiet. How dare you? I'm sorry. I'm in a very rare mood. I don't know why I'm being so contentious. There's no reason for me to.
Have you had your medication today?
I have not. I've actually not
Neither
had it in over a week, and so yeah, good times.
Yeah, I forgot my medication today also.
They haven't given it to me. They're like, ooh, it's like a Brennan. I'll have to check that out. So anyway, yes, very distractible.
How's my audio? Everything sound okay?
You sound good.
I think you sound good.
So how was everybody's week, by the way? You all have a good week?
I did. Okay, so you guys got a small sample of what I do at work. I'm starting to turn into a shark, man. Like, and today, both me and my sales lead, we had our claws out because the person that I stole my client back from ended up taking one of our clients. Oh, Jester, you didn't have to do that. But thank you. Gifted a sub. But it's funny because the client she ended up taking from us is only getting a name pin, and then the client called us and was like, "Oh yeah, it's just a week-long shot, and we just need the name pin. But as soon as this one's over, I'm picking up a new project, and I'm coming right to you guys." So it's like, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good. We're getting new clients and stuff like that. How about you guys? How's your week been?
Mine was good.
Yeah.
I noticed an uptick in sales, probably because of the OBS thing.
Oh, you noticed an uptick in sales for Demon Gate.
So
yes.
Arcane Syndicate's Demon Gate doing a lot better.
It is.
Good to hear.
I
Definitely
really
a fun
do
game.
It is indeed. That we will be playing soon. Starting streaming February 12th, yes?
I got my game starting February 8th.
Yes.
My gosh. I
The
can't. We're going to be
Starfinder
starting.
today.
We're starting 2 new games in 1 week, huh?
The Starfinder I wanted to play.
No.
Not only because I haven't played with Jester as a GM yet. And
None of us have.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This is his first
GM
rodeo.
game.
Oh, man.
Still got that new baby GM smell.
Yeah.
It smells like a new TTRPG book, hot off the presses.
Smells like I'm going to need a drink during that game.
Should be interesting.
I'm really excited about my character for that game. I don't want to reveal too much about it, but he's a robot. He's a cultist, and he wields scythes that are like pure electricity. I'm pretty excited.
Also in need of medical assistance?
He might. He
Yeah,
probably.
so that game's gonna start out with everybody in a drop ship, just shaking and beating all over the place. Well, it's an actual piloted ship, so you're gonna have a pilot talking to you all, and I'm gonna tell you all this right now because those that aren't here right now won't get the information. But
give us a scoop.
You guys are gonna have a total of 12 minutes and 12 minutes, no less, to introduce your characters. Not describing them, but actually interact before the ship lands.
Oh, so it's a timed event.
I'm going to set it to a timer. The second that timer goes off, I'm interrupting you.
Yeah.
And we're hitting the ground running.
For sure.
I like that. That should be fun.
That should be.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But hello, Kyle. Hello, Arcanum. How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Do you not know who Arcanum is?
No.
Arcanum is Rogue.
Oh, Rogue. No, I didn't. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Rogue. But
That's
hey,
cool.
glad you got a subscription too. Now you can use my silly fat cat emotes. I gotta make some more emotes. That's what I call my viewers. They're all my little fat cats.
My juicy little fat cats.
It's because I love fat cat.
If you use another vernacular for cat, that would be fat beep.
Feline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jester, how's it going? I mean, bees. Bees.
Hey, man.
Ready to do this? Ready to do this?
I think so.
We started?
We're not afraid.
We ain't afraid of no ghosts except for
We're killing
Zash.
Strahd tonight. That's
That's
what's
right.
happening.
Oh, yeah. Take him down.
He's going down.
We
Zash
are
is
level.
just going to shove his fist down his throat with a bunch of silver.
That would be so awesome if y'all tried to fight him right now.
Is there... Silver is like super rare, right? That's what we found out last
It's
time.
fairly
Yeah.
rare, yeah. It's a bit more rare here than elsewhere.
Even
We
the
do
money's
have
not silver.
Some though,
They
correct?
got a lot. They've got. I think. Yeah. You think you have some, but I think what we looked up, how much gold or how much silver you need to like silver a weapon was like
Was 1,000.
not gonna happen.
All
I
I've
think
got is
Zash
gold.
right now, and it's like 80 silver, 47 silver, no 30 silver.
I don't think I have any silver. Let me double check. Oh.
Yeah, 30 silver, 47 EP, and 220 gold.
Yeah, I have 110 gold. That's it.
Yeah. You guys will find some treasure in time.
Yeah.
Zash came into the game not spending anything because his class doesn't need equipment.
That's also true.
Don't think I spent anything. I only have my book. I have no equipment or items. But that's okay. I have my fancy
we got a whole
fabrics.
6 viewers tonight.
Yeah, so far.
Ooh. Give it time.
Maybe I should
Jester.
post it elsewhere.
Give it time.
I already put it on Gilded.
Yep, I see that. Let me throw it. Cool.
Shall we begin now? I suppose.
Yeah,
Do it, man.
I'm ready.
You're the GM. Take control. Take
Just-
the reins.
Let's do this.
Okay, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to our game of Curse of Strahd. Sponsored by Big D20 Energy and streamed by She Plays It.
And Gatorade. Oh wait,
And Gatorade.
they can't. Yeah, this is
Sponsored
Pepino.
by Johnny Walker Black Label, which I'll be drinking all night.
You know what? That's what's going to be our icebreaker of the evening. Introduce yourself, a little bit about your character, and what are you drinking? I'm TheBeez. I'm GMing this game, and I'm trying not to drink so much, but I did buy some Yingling light lagers today. So that's what I have for this evening.
Yingling is my absolute favorite beer.
Yeah, it just came to Texas like this past year. So
America's oldest
enjoyed it.
brewery,
yeah,
made
I
in
enjoyed it
Pennsylvania.
when I lived over there in the Northeast. But yeah, it's cool to have it in Texas now. Anyway, that's me. We'll go prank, jester, rogue, mini in the order of roll 20.
Can I be last? Because I actually don't have anything to drink, and I need to go run and grab something to
Can we
drink.
find something to drink and then let us know? Fair.
I'll go.
Jester, you're next, buddy.
I am WickedJester. I am amazing, as these all people can agree. Probably not. But I'll be playing Zash, who is extremely sleepy right now from a unrestful night of sleep. But he is a Yuan druid who left his home because he hated the fact that his family was so cruel and unusual, lived in the woods, worked as a mercenary for a while, and now just does Zash type things.
Zash gonna Zash.
And as I already said, Johnny Walker Black Label, do have a bottle of water though, because drink responsibly, people. Drink responsibly.
Yeah. Cool. Rogue.
Hey, I'm Rogue. I'm playing Terramyn, a revenant paladin who has lived for many, many years in many different bodies and is returned to constantly try to kill Strahd or his minions and loved ones. Yeah. And I am drinking some good old coffee today. It is Dunkin' Donuts coffee with hazelnut creamer inside.
Ooh.
Been drinking Black Rifle coffee recently. I think I got the 1776 blend and their Grizzly.
Yeah. That
Rogue,
is it for me.
do you sleep?
I do.
Okay. I was like, does he have a day job and he drinks coffee all night? I didn't know. How do you survive?
I do. I have like 2 cups of
Wow.
coffee. Like I used
Wow.
to be ridiculous in how much I drank.
Yeah.
But like for some reason I can just go to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't keep you up.
ADD.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
Just the high tolerance.
caffeine doesn't affect ADD afflicted people the same way that it does.
Sure.
That might be it then.
Oh, it's hard to get this sound because it's nothing but wind right now.
Oh, yeah.
We'll wait till it picks up, and
anything.
then I'll ask again to see if you guys can hear it.
Your own.
Yeah, my
stuff.
stream. I want to make sure it's loud enough for people to hear, but not too loud where it'll overpower people.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna have a big burst of music.
Okay.
Are you still? Someone's still on the web player?
Oh,
on the
yeah, I
browser.
am.
I am.
Yeah, if y'all could get onto the.
Let me get.
Oh, we're actually on the app.
Yeah, we'll try. I'll be on the app tonight.
Continue to download. All right, give me 1 second, guys.
Miss the stream. But no, Minnie, you could tell us about you and your character.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm Minnie. I am also known as She Plays It, as well as Dungeons and Dioramas, as well as Camila. Camila is my character for this campaign. She is a Vistani who just, she got caught trying to be a little nosy, and like she was wandering around Strahd's castle, totally not trying to find a way to kill him, and may have got caught. But she played it off. She's totally cool.
Yeah, she's so smooth.
Yeah, so smooth.
If you all have not seen Minnie's artwork, it's phenomenal. It's all the little characters down below on the screen, and she's doing these little snippets of our games, and it's all phenomenal and absolutely loving.
Well, I appreciate it. And I've been trying to do a couple of what are they called? Animatics.
Mission?
Yeah, that's it. Although
Animaniacs.
Yeah, they're Animaniacs. But I am also
to the max.
I am drinking pepino limon or lime cucumber Gatorade. It's my favorite flavor, and for some reason, it's really good. If you get a chance, definitely watch it. Why is this not working? Sirenscape.
Oh, I might need to refresh it once you're in. But I still see that at least one more person's still on the web player.
Oh, I've closed the web player, so I know it's not me.
Yeah. Hey, Blue is drinking water in the chat. Good to know.
Yes, water is very good. Drink all the water.
And Prank, we haven't heard. You're muted, buddy.
Hi there. Well, my name is the Prankster, and I am playing Pall. Not Paul, Pall. Pall. He is a grave domain cleric who worships Kalimvor. He is a mortician, and he's a cool dude. I don't know what else to do. He's modeled after Vincent Price, so you'll get to see my crappy Vincent Price impersonation. And as for what I'm drinking tonight, I am drinking Angry Orchard cider, which, if you're unaware, is gluten-free, which is one of the few alcoholic drinks I actually can have now. So, cheers.
Frank, I have a suggestion for you. This
Cheers
comes
to
from the
you,
Renaissance
Yorker.
Festival.
Sorry,
Mix
I'm
angry.
Soon.
It makes Angry Orchard apple with mead. 50-50 ratio. You create a bee sting.
It's called a bee sting?
Mm-hmm. You can buy them at most Renaissance festivals. I do suggest local mead because it, of course, helps you with allergies. But
Oh, I suppose that makes sense.
mm-hmm.
Also,
I
not
never
gonna
thought of
lie,
it like
I
that.
love strawberry milk.
You love what?
Strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk. Yeah, Kyle's
Yeah.
drinking strawberry milk.
I like
Dude,
it
legit.
until the diarrhea comes.
Now, is there a particular brand of strawberry milk you like?
Nestle Quake.
Nestle's okay. I do like Nestle. But yeah, it's anything chocolate or strawberry. You need milk. You can't make that stuff with water.
Rogue,
Yeah.
are you telling me you're on that quick? You're on the quick, yo?
I've been on the Quake for many years.
Fuck yeah. He's on
Don't
the
tell me
quick.
you snort the quick.
Any orifice that it can go into.
So
Are you snorting it with your butthole?
Wait, what?
I don't know what's...
No.
Hold on, pause.
He
Lining the rim?
So, about the
Sirenscape.
adventure we're on.
Yeah,
This is pretty fun.
I still can't seem to get Sirenscape to work on the app.
Yeah.
It says
I'm
I'm
going
in-
to move to the church music, the church ambiance that we were currently in.
Ambiance.
I
Yeah.
still see both web player and online player are being connected, so I
Weird.
don't know.
I only have the app here. Hold on, let me double check over here. Nope, it's just literally the game.
So, okay, I'm going to try getting off of Sirenscape. And I realized I needed to finish that sentence.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And the reason is because it logged, when I clicked on that app, it logged me, my Sirenscape online player app opened and the app opened. So it's kind of weird. So I'm going to get off of the online player as we speak, and you're going to tell me if that fixes your problem, Bees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I had to. I think that's what it was. The problem. I mean, last time was
just
I had to sign out of everything. I had to sign out of. I guess I was connected to Pranks.
it says
Makes
Sirenscape
sense.
online player. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think I got it finally. Because now I see the bees. There we go. Oh, beautiful.
I wonder
Beautiful.
if I was messing her up then. It's
Maybe because
weird.
it kept logging me into your game.
They're both logged in, but
What if you refresh?
yeah,
Bees?
yeah. Let's see what happens there. Usually pops up. Nope. Yeah, it immediately told me that they're both connected. But oh well, just keep me posted if things are wrong or if things are just really quiet, and I'll try to refresh it.
I'm gonna hit that long
Son of
rest
a-
button. Is that okay?
You may.
Okay.
Everyone except Jester may hit the long rest button.
You bastard.
Did it work? I hit long rest. Clicky click.
Did
Does
anything
everybody
happen?
hear it? Okay.
I don't know if it worked.
After my first drink of the night, I realized I haven't eaten anything.
Oh, it did, but I have to refresh my form of dread.
Oh yeah, there's a way to specify in your. We can look at that later.
Yeah, not.
You know what you're doing.
Oh, yep, just found it.
Oh,
Alrighty.
I know what I'm doing. I think.
All right.
I
Does everyone have audio? Silent that is.
Not me.
No.
Oh no.
It's okay. I will hum.
That's nope.
Wait,
Wrong-
no,
wrong
that's
game.
Wrong theme.
Yeah.
Yay, Blue confirms she can hear it. No.
I have so when I use the web player and that works, I do hear stuff, but I got off of that and now I'm gonna try logging into the online player again. See if the bug worked out. Yep. I joined Beez's game. There we go.
Nice to meet you.
This is throwing me off. I use a Mac at work and I use PC at home.
Yeah, that's hard to have a friend of both worlds.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we all have sound. Ready for action?
Sound.
Got
All right.
you,
Technical
Dave.
difficulties. Always fun to deal with.
Time for a little recap.
Yes.
Previously, just as our heroes returned from their dinner with the Devil Strahd in Castle Ravenloft, they found their carriage surrounded by wolves and direwolves, blocking the gates of Vallaki. Zash violently wild-shaped into a bear with snake scales. He led the charge into the vicious wolf pack and was immediately covered in wolves, dogpiled on him and attacking from every side as he blocked the door to the wagon. Camila also revealed a strange power when she suddenly changed form, becoming a ghastly undead monster, slinging dark spells at the beasts from the safety of the carriage. Pall, terrified by all of this, crawled into the corner of the carriage and began praying for help from his undead family, from his dead family.
Terrified is a strong word.
I mean, come on. It was literally... Okay, sorry.
He called for help from his dead family, whose spirits began circling the party and slashing at the wolves with spectral scythes. Together, the party kills most of the wolves, as a few disappear back into the night woods. Returning to town, they find good kitty Stella, the mad teenage girl, fighting with Milivoy, the gravedigger and orphanage volunteer. Milivoy came looking for the party to help him retrieve Yeska, the orphan and altar boy who was taken by wolves as Yeska and Milivoy were returning home from work at the church. Milivoy is convinced that they were werewolves, as they seemed intent on abducting rather than eating the child. With knowledge that wolves had again attacked the inside of the town, the heroes ran to the church to investigate the scene of the crime. They drew a big veiny penis on the map. When they arrived at the church and orphanage, they saw a pool of blood dripping down the steps of the church. Ezek had been utterly disemboweled in the attack. He apparently died while standing guard over the door where Irina had been staying. She and the priest remained locked in their rooms and were unharmed in the massacre. Zash again reprimanded Father Petrovich for failing to keep the church safe, but the priest seemed already too hopeless to scold. Zash cast Detect Magic and could literally see the faith leaving the priest as he dropped his holy symbol in defeat. Just the previous night, he had lost his sister, Baroness Lydia Petrovna, and her entire family in another wolf attack after Ezek first kidnapped Irina from the church. Pall then gives the best locker room talk ever and successfully encourages the priest to not give up hope. The party even suggests that the priest join them on a pilgrimage to the abbey in Krezk. A lot has happened. Ezek, to recap, was the ruthless head of the town guard in Vallaki. He was known for impulsive executions and for having a demonic arm with the power to throw fire. He also had a vast collection of creepy dolls in his room, despite the fact that, dolls in his room, all of them resembling Irina. even wearing some of the same outfits that she wore, despite the fact that they had never met before. The party learned from the village toy maker that Ezek forced him to make these dolls according to descriptions that Ezek gained from describing a girl he always saw in his dreams. When he finally saw her in real life, he kidnapped her, and he seems to want to keep her in his room, almost like she was one of his dolls. Ezek helped the party defend Irina from a vampire spawn and a bunch of wolves attacking and seemingly sent by Strahd to retrieve her. As the party slept that night after Ezek died, Pall and Irina both dreamt a recurring dream about a boy and girl running from a direwolf along a lakeside in the woods. The boy hid the girl in a hollowed-out tree as the direwolf ripped off the boy's arm. Then they realized the children were none other than Ezek and Irina, who were actually brother and sister, separated as young children by the direwolf attack that orphaned them both. That's where we left off. And one more thing that was going on. Let's just get us back to the map. We are at the church.
Just so that I'm abundantly clear on something.
Please.
Paul realized this dream that he was having, that he was helping. One, he recognized Irina, and two, he had a conscious understanding that he was Ezek. And three, he realized in that dream that that Ezek and Irina were related, or at least that was what was conveyed in the dream.
Right. Yeah, that they were brother and sister.
Got it. I just wanted to be certain that those are all things that he
Yeah,
would
and
be cognizant of.
Yeah,
or
and
if
that
it
you
was
were
just-
actually witnessing the dream from the vantage point of Ezek, of young Ezek, trying to protect his little sister.
And yes, I did eat a whole can of ravioli from the can during that recap.
It's because you're a boss, Jester. It's because you're a boss.
Yeah, taking care of business.
I'm just too lazy to warm up my food.
One of the things also in the recap, I could go on and on in these recaps. The party was investigating the bones that sanctify this space, and noticing that they seem to have lost their power and needed to be sanctified and rededicated in the church. And they seem to have convinced Father Lucian Petrovich to do that. Terramyn is in a weird place because he is technically undead, but he seems to be a decent guy. I'm not sure how to describe the messaging back and forth we did, Rogue. But there was a great scene where Terramyn was looking at Irina. He says, "No, I'll watch over her." But he had this internal monologue of, "This person is the one thing that Strahd wants, and I could kill her, and that would make him miserable." And that's all he has ever done, is kill the things that make Strahd happy. But he convinces the party, like, "Oh no, I'll keep her safe." But he has this time to watch over her while everyone else is sleeping, struggling with this temptation. I feel like I should look up.
Yeah, he's been like, this is my chance, because for years his commander, Vladimir Horngard, that was those were his commands, right? If we can't kill Strahd, we gotta kill everything that he loves. And my commander, Terramyn, was pretty much of the same like mind, because he's lived this same torment for so long that that made sense to him.
Yeah.
That yeah, if we're gonna, if he can't be killed, or if, we can't kill him, we're gonna make him suffer, just like he's made us suffer. So now it's finally his chance. Everybody leaves him alone, and he's like maybe even creepily watching her through the doorway, or in the room while she's sleeping, with his hand on his blade, thinking about it, like he could just do it, you know, just like his commander always wanted.
So there's a moment. I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
interrupting. There's a
No,
moment
go
in the night where he's thinking about this, and Father Lucian, again, this ritual he needs to do to sanctify the bones takes hours. He's still in there praying while Terramyn is thinking about this. Where Terramyn has spent literal centuries with this one command: kill anyone who might give Strahd a shred of joy in this existence he has. And he's thinking about that, and at some point over the night, Terramyn hears a voice speak in Draconic, faintly, distantly, echoing. But the voice orders him in Draconic to stand down and keep her safe.
And this is huge, right? Because he's kind of lost connection with.
He doesn't. Well, I'm not sure how.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
That's
want to say
okay.
too much.
Yeah, I know, right? He instinctively obeys this command, but it's
Terramyn does?
yes, yeah.
Can I add something to that I think that'd be fun too, just based on what you've said?
Sure, you could try.
So like maybe before or after that. I don't know if it really matters. Well, actually, let me flip just to make certain. Heads or tails? Heads before, tails after. Okay, got it. Tails. So it happens after you hear this draconic voice. You maybe hear like Pall kind of like, kind of like fitfully sleeping. And he's just like, Irina, run. No, go. I'll take, no, Irina, go. He's just like kind of like having these like this little night terror.
Jeez, awesome. Anyone who is awake might see. Terramyn might also feel in that moment of obedience to this voice, feel a sort of light. You can't see it, but you feel a light shine on you, and you feel like you're in a sanctified space and you're not unwelcome here. It's something that happens as well.
Yeah.
Now everyone awakens from their horrible dreams. As Victor walks away.
I feel like I didn't sleep at all.
Yeah.
Zash struggled to walk into the church because he was asleep out front. I swear, I didn't get any sleep.
I was kissing my children, by the way, telling them good night, being a good father.
How dare you?
Sorry.
I should do that too.
I'm tired. Before we do anything, can we go to the tavern for something to drink?
Oh, that was the worst dream I've had in such a long time. I think he has an instinctive need, especially given the content of his dream, to go check on Irina.
Yeah.
And like as he's doing it, he probably sees Zash, and he's just like, Zash, you look terrible. Are you all right?
Zash is just fine. I'm just tired. I feel like I didn't sleep at all.
You were
As he's
sleeping
like-
yesterday too. You kept nodding off.
Don't worry about me. I just need something to eat and drink. Maybe drink.
Father Lucian says you do need some rest. He looks to Paul, like nods, um, kind of a familiar like thanks, sort of the moment of appreciation for helping him out last night.
Yeah, I imagine he does like just as a gesture, like holds his hand, just like kind of gives it a squeeze and just gives him a nod.
Yeah.
And he will keep moving towards Zash.
Zash will actually walk opposing to him and pass by Paul and look at the priest and go, "Do you have any of that magical bean juice that helps people wake up?"
Magical bean juice.
Yeah, the stuff that people roast and then put in a filter and brew.
I never touched the stuff.
And you just hear him let out a sneaky little hiss.
Oh, you really should have slept inside the church. He says, "It's terribly cold outside."
No. I prefer to sleep outside. Don't.
Zash, we're hoping to go after those werewolves. Are you in a place to actually do that?
Zash always ready for a good fight.
Yes, but you look. How do I put this delicately? You look like you got run over by a carriage, and you're trying to stand back up too quickly.
So, I had some weird dreams last night. I was just restless. Don't worry, I'll wake up with just fine.
Terry, what were your dreams? Because I actually had odd dreams as well.
Zash would impart the knowledge of his dream that I cannot remember from last episode.
You were a wolf rapidly eating another wolf, and then you realized that you were eating your friend, who you're talking to right now, and you were pleased as could be. You were like ripping hair off, and then you realized like bashing skulls, and you realized you ripped off his toupee and bashed his skull in, and you're eating his brains and just loving it.
Yeah, Zash will impart every detail onto Paul.
You tell him about the dream you had.
Yeah, and Zash will end it with, "And that is why I didn't sleep at all. It was so troubling that I couldn't stand it. I couldn't sleep at all." And perhaps his hand has like a rock from outside, and he actually crushes it in his hand. I couldn't stand any bit of that dream.
Yeah, I imagine like Zash is Zash is looking down, just tired, conveying all of this, and then the next time he looks up, Paul is like 10 feet away, and he's like, "Yes, no, that does sound absolutely troubling. I'm so sorry about that. That sounds terrible." Maybe Zash takes like another like look down and Paul's another 5 feet away after that. No, that is awful. It's terrible. I can't imagine what that was like. And then the next time, like, he looks down, he's like hiding behind Terramyn, using him as a body shield. Yes, I think that is. Yes, no, I think that's definitely of concern. What's funny is I had a dream a wolf attacked me last night. Wouldn't that be funny if our dreams were linked?
No. And Zash will actually just go up to one of the pews and lay down.
It's probably good there, buddy. Terramyn, how is Irina? Is she all right? I had a terrible dream about her last night, and I'd like to check on her.
Terramyn, Terramyn has actually been. I guess when you had come out from waking up or whatever, he had been kneeling down in front of her door, probably on one knee, and then he stands up after you ask him this and says, "She is well."
Excellent. Do you mind if I don't know? Can I hear her stirring or anything like that?
Yes, she is. She's upright in her bed, She's actually pacing in her room right now.
Miss Irina, just wanted to make certain you were okay. Just had a weird dream last night and wanted to make certain you were safe.
She says, I'm fine. And she keeps her door closed.
All right. Well, if you need anything, we're here. I will, I think the plan is to try and leave for Krezk or the werewolves or both today. While it is night, while it's daytime. I mean,
She says,
we can't
wait.
let.
She opens the door. She says, you're leaving?
Well, we do need to leave to go check on the werewolves, the boy who was abducted, and we also, I believe, and he'll actually look towards everyone else. I believe there was the talk of a pilgrimage to go to Krezk, so that we can essentially ordain you in your new role, and to check on our friends. So we'll kill two birds with one stone.
Krezk, I need to go to Krezk. We should go to Krezk. She looks to Father Lucian. Says,
Are you
go to
worried?
Krezk.
We will
All
keep
right.
you safe.
Thank you. She kind of shakes her head. She says, as Burgomistress of Vallaki, you will keep me safe. Mr. Reg, yeah. I declare that you will keep me safe. Because you're not the Burgomistress. grammar issues.
I was going to say, Terramyn looks to Pall and kind of a weird, maybe almost smile on his face, which is unusual. So he says, your dream, what was it about?
It was nothing. I was with a young lady. He's trying to kind of be a little bit cagey because he doesn't want to, and he doesn't know the dream was linked. So he just wants to kind of try and save Irina's feelings. I was in an open field with a woman who I think may have been my sister, and at that time. Oh, hello, Camila. I see you've just rounded the corner there. It's a good that you're up. Good to see you.
Good morning.
How did you sleep?
Quite miserable.
I'm sorry?
Quite miserable. But,
Okay.
I slept. That's what counts.
I agree.
Were you plagued by dreams?
Were you plagued by dreams as well? Well, I know several of us were. I was in an open field being attacked by wolves with my sister. It was I'm pretty certain it tore off my arm or something like that. It's quite odd.
Irina looks like she's seen, she just, all the color fades from her face. But she doesn't say anything to anybody. She just walks into this room and she gets some stuff out of the cupboard and she's actually making coffee that the priest didn't know that she had stored away here.
Apparently,
she's not talking to anybody. She's just moving, thinking.
Apparently your snake friend has passed out again. He must not be as plagued by nightmares as we are. And she kind of indicates Zash behind her.
No, he told me about his nightmare. He was a wolf, and he was eating me.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, he seems quick to want to go back to those nightmares.
I think it's more or less that he did not gain any of the benefits of rest. Because the guards of this place are dicks. And as a result of that, he was falling in and out of sleep constantly.
That's so funny.
Is this abnormal for him, I take it?
No, actually, it's not. Usually he gets quite a good rest, and then he's, turning into a bear, running all over the place, that type of thing. But,
Well, maybe
not
the murder
today.
of your friend affected him a little more than, anticipated.
This is true. If you'll excuse me, I do feel, I look forward to that coffee. I need to go pay my respects to, Isaac. I don't think I quite fully understood him. Feel the need to sit by him.
Irina
So Paul
follows you
will-
out. Again, wordless. It's like without saying a word. She'll follow you out.
But if you think the coffee is going to go well, then all right.
It's boiling. Father Lucian is kneeling by Zash, taking his pulse, feeling his head, and I think he's just tired. He just needs to sleep. Just let him sleep. He needs his rest.
Let me
Yeah.
see something here.
If that's what you think. I'm not quite familiar with his species, how much he needs to sleep and all that.
So, since Zash is asleep, I was gonna roll at disadvantage, but at 17,
Yeah, still good.
Zash will startle awake and
With him like pressing his hand against your
yeah,
forehead.
Zash will literally dive over the pew. Let's perform an acrobatics just to make sure he can.
Nice, even at disadvantage because you were asleep. Maybe you woke up with his head on your chest, like listening to your heart, like listening to you breathe.
Oh, did I do anything?
You fell asleep.
I see what he's scared.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Don't. Is that coffee?
I believe that's what she said she was making.
It does smell like coffee.
The magical bean juice. And Zash will go ask. No, I guess Irina's already out of there, but he'll go into the kitchen and just chug the entire pot of coffee that she started to make.
It's not even fully brewed yet. It's just mostly hot water.
Do all of you hear the man in the background sounding like he's being carted off to be sacrificed?
You know what's going on? This is supposed to be the regular church, like sounds of worship at this church, apparently.
All right. Sounds like my kind of church.
Yeah, really. Yeah, fun.
So I do want to roll a.
Yeah.
What is it? Constitution. Just to see if the burnt coffee does anything to Zash.
All right.
Yeah, coffee's fine.
Yeah, it tastes like coffee.
Terramyn
It's
walks
just like
outside.
coffee.
What does Terramyn do? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Terramyn walks outside just to kind of watch over the girl from afar.
Yeah, Irina has taken one of the dolls and placed it over his freshly dug grave.
Camilla's gaze is like not on you at all. She's kind of like distant when she comes outside. Like she's got her mind elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think you are connected to him more than you think. I just have a feeling. I can't quite put a words to it, Miss Irina, but
Father Lucian, he opens up both doors to the church, and he says, He says, "Forgive me. I must prepare for worship. I don't expect a huge crowd, but I want to be prepared. As they usually have worship first thing in the morning." And he goes up to the table and begins to pray.
That's
The
fair.
doors are swung wide open now.
So are we going or what? She's shouting this to everyone who can hear her.
Irina says, I would like to visit Krezk, specifically the Abbey in Krezk, she says.
Well, I do know that we have the child that was abducted by the werewolves. Perhaps we save the child first and then go to Krezk?
If you want to walk head first into a werewolf den with no silver weapons, be my guest. But I didn't survive alone in Markovia by being stupid.
Okay, that was unnecessarily hostile, but point taken. Yes, let us go to Krezk. That does seem the wise course of action.
I'm sorry, I don't like being mean, but she's got a reason.
No, it's fine.
It's so
It's
good.
fine. That's fine. No, it's good. It's good.
I have to learn that I'm allowed to be mean in character too.
Yeah. Paul, crosses by, getting up to you guys. He's like, yes, I think we just need to wake Zash up, and we'll be able to leave soon. Camila, though, you forgot your prescription, by the way.
My prescription?
Yes. And he puts out a little notepad, writes on it, and he's like, yes, I'm giving you a prescription for 100 chill pills. Here you go. You can take a chill pill to chill out.
He's got some dad jokes in there.
She gives you a death glare. And whatever you hand her, like you handed her a piece of paper? Is that what you're handing her? Is like a little piece of paper?
Yeah, but he's doing it kind of tongue-in-cheek. Like, he understands everybody's on edge.
She'll just grab it, crumple it up, and if there's a torch nearby, she tosses it into the torch.
You see, that's why I gave you the prescription. But
It didn't seem to be chill enough. The torch is still burning.
But I don't know if you actually took any of them. But that's fine. That's fine. Let us get ready to go.
Awesome. A couple of people come in for worship, and Father Lucian is already beginning like a reading. I don't know if y'all want to stick around to listen to the worship service, but
Zash has passed out on a pew again.
Maybe after the sweet dulcet tones of the Father, we might move on. Because we need him to move anyway to get to Krezk.
yeah. He is interested in going to Krezk, but we might retcon that he is open to staying here. He feels the pilgrimage would be great, but he feels kind of a renewed sense to do his thing here, to stay faithful to his people here. So, which is huge.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But he was pretty broken, right?
He was giving up on
Paul's
everything.
speech.
Yeah. The fact that he feels like he needs to be here for these people is a big deal, and he would have expressed that before he began service. So you can stay if you want him to come with you, or you can go without him. But he will lead the service with a vigor y'all haven't seen since you've been here.
Perhaps it is good that I think this place will be in his safe hands when we leave.
He's
Perhaps
the one who
that
didn't
is
have
where he
nightmares
needs
last
to
night.
be. Yes.
Lucky bastard.
Is there any before they leave? One last thing Paul would want to do is that boy who like helps dig graves.
Yeah,
He works in the orphanage.
he is.
I imagine Paul would just want to cross by him at one point and be like, "Listen, we need to leave, and Krezk is going to be without us. I'm not Krezk. Valaki is going to be without us for several days. I don't know how. I don't know. I need you to get a hold of the tavern owners. Tell them that the guard is thin, and that they are responsible for this town. And tell them that they are going to need to help train future guards. Tell them we will pay them when we get back for their work. But we need their assistance in this matter. Volaki needs their assistance in this matter. And if they want Volaki to survive, then they will help us.
Okay, Martikov's. I see he's very confused. He's like, the innkeeper? The bartender guy?
Yes, yes.
Got it.
I've seen him throw down, and he's quite an excellent fighter. So he'll know what we mean.
I'm just taking a note so I don't forget. Markov's in charge of security in your absence.
After Paul walks away and Terramyn is there with Camila on the stairs. Terramyn doesn't really get Paul's humor that much, so he's like looks over to Camila.
Love you, son.
What was that about?
He looks over to Camila and he says, "You burned that prescription. Did you not? You did not need the medicine?"
No. Because it is not actually medication. He was being a smartass.
So funny.
I have been exposed to my fair share of sarcasm. You know, being with other Vistani, they are
Hilarious.
they were
Yes.
a bunch of jokesters and pranksters.
So
She kind of, like, as she brings up the Vistani, like,
to the
her...
camera.
Yeah. Well, as she brings up the Vistani, like, her tone goes from angry to, like, solemn. Like, just thinking about the Vistani people again.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of pranksters and jesters. Irina will go to the party and I guess again Paul is her guy. She's been through a lot with Paul. Oh my God, this moaning is terrifying.
What is terrifying?
The sirenscape is some guy going, no.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier.
That's a terrible sermon. I don't know what's going on.
I know. It's just an exorcism in the background.
Yeah.
Oh. But Irina will tell Paul, just I'm not going to anywhere near werewolves. But I do think it would be wise to visit the Abbey, see if they have any resources for fighting magical creatures like this. It's the safest place, at least so I hear.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to go wake up Zash, but I agree. I think that's wise. Excuse me, Terramyn. Just goes right through Terramyn's legs.
Oh, I had on the other map. I had actually shrunk Paul down to a slightly smaller size.
Do it.
Because mechanically, he is not the same size as the rest of
I'm
you.
small.
Yeah, like...
I don't want to make him as small as the bird, but he's kind of between everyone else's sizes.
Yeah.
Goes up to Zash. It's kind of like poking him in the calf like he normally does.
Wait, so
on.
are you telling me that he
Hey,
is actually
Zash.
Polly Pocket?
Polly Pocket.
Sorry.
That's great.
No.
That's great. He's Pocket
I need
Polly.
Paul to roll an acrobatics check against Zash's strength check.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'll do it.
It might be
Boom.
good for you because he's sleepy. Yeah,
Hey.
you're fine. Zash like bats out of the like ah.
His sermon wasn't that bad, but we need to go.
He can hear you. He's standing right there.
Gives the priest a
I'm
thumbs up.
sorry.
You're doing good.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Zash,
We need to get a move on, son.
and Zash will just like lean on Paul, like his arm on his top of his head, and he's actually putting weight on Paul. Like
Oh, dear.
That's
can
a
tell
lot of
he's-
weight.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the visual of you being smaller really does help with the.
I'm just like a cane
Visualizing it
with my
Yeah.
head. Just grabs me by the head and uses me as a cane.
Awesome.
I was really hoping you guys would forget Zash.
Come
Because
on.
I was going to play it
leave
off.
him to sleep in
Zash
the
was still
church.
at the church.
Just leave him to sleep in the church the whole session.
Camila would have left.
You know what?
That's an option.
I had a feeling when we were all getting ready to go. Like I looked. This is meta, but I looked down at your webcam and you were like pretending to sleep, and I was like, "That shit. That little shit. He's gonna just. We're gonna walk off, and he's gonna be like, no, I was sleeping the
I was
whole
Johnny
time.
Walker,
You didn't
yeah."
wake me up. I know you."
Damn it.
Okay. Irina, are we prepared to leave now? Do you need to gather anything?
Camila begins walking.
Yep. I think the decision has been made for us. Let us,
I mean, she has nothing here, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very true. Everything's on her back, and I think you know that you can walk freely and openly as a Vistana in this city now, where you couldn't before.
Okay, so yeah, so she won't need to put. And she would,
Yeah.
even if she didn't, right now she's not really focused on that.
Yeah.
She's just, her mind is completely elsewhere.
Didn't even remember that used
On
to be a
our
thing.
on our way out, Zash is going to look at the grave digging kid. I need you to feed good kitty.
He says,
Even knowing what that she attacked him in the past.
Yeah, they don't have a great relationship.
Just tell her you are Zash's good friend and that she is a good kitty.
Yeah,
goes a long way.
whatever. Just get Yeska back and anyone else you find.
No promises, but we will try our hardest.
That's true. We will.
All right. So you guys, I imagine you having like a conversation just outside of the orphanage, in the street between the orphanage and the Sand Trolls.
Is there anywhere that we can get a carriage or horses or?
No, we've been trying, and Zash is like nodding off.
We'd love
They're
to have a wagon,
so
but it's like
expensive.
it's like 8 times the cost it would normally be because these people really want to.
Is there
Again, the gods of this place are terrible.
Is there anyone
Awful.
They're dicks.
like not part of our group around us? Well, I'm just gonna take a quick glance around before I say the next thing.
What?
Like, is there any
like villagers nearby?
yeah, any villagers really close?
No, it's pretty quiet. I mean, people are beginning to get out and about, but no one's close to you.
Have y'all thought about stealing one?
I mean, I don't know if that would quite be right.
I mean, excuse me.
Here,
What I mean is
have an
borrowing. We bring
I
it
have an
back.
idea. I have an idea. I'm gonna shape into a bear, and you all can just hop on my back.
No, don't. And he hits him. He hits him as like maybe his nose is starting to turn into a bear, and he hits it like a dog, like with a
I don't know.
newspaper.
Can his nose turn into a bear?
No, you notice that Zash gets on all fours to transform, and his skin does not alter when you smack him in the nose.
Okay. This isn't right. This is not how he works.
So you mean,
Usually,
dummy? You guys help this town, and they can't even let you use a carriage?
we really haven't tried a whole lot since we've hit the town.
I was going to whisper to Minnie. I'm just going to put all the cards on the table for everybody. There is a Vistani camp just outside of town that Camila would know about.
Oh, okay.
The problem is, it's not prepped. There's a lot going on there,
Oh.
and I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't know how to handle that because there's a lot, and there's a lot, and I want to give it its due diligence for that.
Let's do theater of the mind.
Well.
Would we have been
we can quickly do a very quick scene where Camila knows somebody who maybe owes you a favor, and they can get you a carriage, but the party kind of stays outside on the outskirts of the camp because
Okay.
Yes.
once you go in, there's a lot to dive into, and I know you're gonna want to get into it, and we can't yet.
That is true.
I don't, I'm sorry.
Well, with her being as focused as she is, I mean, granted, whenever she's around other Vistani people, when you guys are with her, you would have actively seen her demeanor go from this cold, stern, like I don't know what is going on in her mind, to she feels almost like a child again when she's around other Vistani. Like she lights up and she's like, her eyes begin to glow with this life that you normally don't see as she watches some of the Vistanis like dancing around the fire and some of them dancing and singing and eating and being merry, and like she's so happy, but she at the same time she also struggles with like this great sadness as well. But she'll find I don't know, NPC name insert here, meet with them.
It will be a big deal when you return the wagon. It'll be a whole thing where the whole party gets to meet and see everything.
Yeah.
But not tonight.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, so I think instead of asking, hey, are there any wagons? You'd be like, okay, I can get you guys a wagon, and you would kind of slink away and make it happen.
Yep. So yeah, I'll come back with the wagon.
You guys come back with she comes back with a Vistani wagon. It looks just like the one you guys, or at least the two of you were brought here in.
And when she dismounts, she's very, very, like, she loves horses, so she would be petting and like nuzzling the horse's head while she's like, okay, I brought the wagon. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Paul will lean over to Terramyn very quietly, and he'll just say, "The chill pill is the horses. She's a horse girl. I've seen girls like this. They love horses.
Now you know how to get to her.
I got it."
Yeah. Whenever she looks at the horses, it's like she has that same expression when she looks like, on family. But then as soon as she turns away from the horses, it's back to, like, this just distant look. Not even, like, it's not angry anymore. It's just distant. Like, her mind is just not there.
Are you okay? Camila?
I'm fine. We need to get going. Are you guys ready?
All right. Yes, and I
And
will.
the music would be so dramatic. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
traveling the road by wagon music. This is what it sounds
Well,
like.
I mean, I'm assuming you know how to probably lead the carriage better than anyone else, Camilla. But may I sit up front with you?
You may.
Thank
I am assuming I do know how to drive a carriage, right?
Sure.
'Cause, like,
You're a horse girl.
yeah, I
You're
love
establishing.
horses. Yeah.
Amazing.
Add that to your resume. Horse girl.
Horse girl. Turn this down just a little bit.
Yeah, it is a bit dramatic, isn't it?
Horse girl, attorney at law.
Yeah, and you set about your journey, and you're making good time. Again, it doesn't take terribly long to get from one side of the valley to the other. It's just that each of these villages is like its own community, and they know it's dangerous out there. So they tend not to, most of them tend not to travel at all, even though they aren't that far from each other. You travel.
Irina's with us, so she can guide us to get to Krezk, right? Or would I know how to get there?
No, she's never been out of.
She's never been.
Barovia.
Yeah, she's never. Well, from her memory, she's never been beyond her own Barovian village. That's a fun little Easter egg too. When we were playing the first go around, as soon as she left the village, she was like, she said that things felt familiar to her, even though she never left town before. Because she's got all those past lives you guys have learned about now.
Yeah. Are there any road signs that tell us which way to get to Krezk?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Like at every intersection, there's a road. I mean, I think you might be vaguely familiar. There's only 3 towns. There's a main road that goes from one city to the next, and the next. There's
Well,
a few
actually,
offshoots. What's up?
Camila and Rogue's character should both know their way around pretty well.
Camila does know her way around a bit.
800 years, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, Terramyn, he's been around, but his brain is also kind of messed up.
that's true too. Good point.
But he definitely is familiar with a lot of these places.
But yeah, as soon as Zash sits down in the carriage, like he's not even riding on the top like he normally would. He sits down and just
He's just sleeping.
Oh, he's passed out.
instantly.
That's not my Zash. That's not my Zash. Something is wrong with my Zash.
Well, it's a good thing we got the
Looks
carriage.
familiar.
You've been
You know
here?
what?
Well, this is where this is close to where we got into a fight with him. You know. Not exactly, but close. So that's probably why it strikes. Yeah, now it looks really... Because it was at this juncture where we got into a fight with
it was
him.
around here where y'all buried Terramyn originally.
That's funny because I just said that out of the blue.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the seating arrangements on the carriage right now?
Well, Paul and I are up front, guiding the horses. You're inside sleeping, and I'm assuming Terramyn is also inside. Probably sitting close to the front so that we can talk.
Terramyn, acrobatics check.
Oh, no.
Where's Irene as well?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is she in the back too? The safest spot, I guess.
I would think she'd be sitting back there next to Terramyn,
Yeah,
because you'd
yeah.
probably be taking up the whole bench.
Yeah.
Acrobatics check as you see Zash starting to thrash a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's the thrash. You know what? Zash is having a troubled sleep, but I'm going to rule. I'm not that it takes. How long does it take for a short rest? 1 hour?
But yeah, an hour.
Let's say that Zash gets a short rest. The benefits of a short rest.
I hit short rest and it's
So
nothing.
during a short rest, you could use hit dice, which you don't need to hit any right now, but you could do that at least. I'm not sure what are the benefits you get from a short rest, but probably not many. But you at least get that. Awesome. Yeah, you cross a little rickety bridge.
Yuan.
did. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Zash actually slumps down on the ground.
He's
Of the carriage.
He's passed out. He's just so tired.
Do you need
Is
to
he
go
like-
check on your friend?
Is he ill or
And-
something?
You two know nothing about Zash.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Yeah.
And Paul's up front and he doesn't know anything that's going on in the back.
I mean, it's just like the father said he was just tired. He certainly seems tired.
Could I check him over or anything?
Sure.
How are you checking Zash over?
Looking for, I guess it would be medicine or something. I don't know.
But would you touch Zash?
Yeah, probably. After he just like swung on him,
Yeah,
probably
no.
like pat him.
Zash is dead asleep.
And he's like, is he ill or something? Like looking for maybe a bite mark or something.
Yeah. No, I could spare you the roll. He's just sleepy. He's tired. He didn't get any sleep. He needs sleep. He's sleep deprived. That's all you can really tell. Right where you guys are, you see this little green circle. Who's outside of the wagon? Camila's driving the wagon, right? Anyone else out there with her?
Paul's next to me.
Okay.
Yep. I'm sitting in the front seat with her.
The two of you are just rocking on this wagon, and
I am keeping an
You
eye out
see-
for anything bad.
yeah, you see a little hand-painted sign just to your right, to the north, that says, let's see, a poorly painted sign directs travelers down a dirt path to the north to that little green circle. It says, green teeth enchantments. Solicitors will be stewed. And you look off in the distance, and you can actually see there's a little house out there with like glowing mushrooms, And let's see. Yeah, it says just beyond the tree line, so you can see it from the road. Nestled just beyond the tree line is this little hut perched atop a set of wooden scaffolding resembling rickety stilts, like a old lake house. Draped with an array of flickering, luminescent mushrooms, bulbs, and insects trapped in jars. And you see there's like signs, like there's like a yard sale or something.
It's not Krezk, right?
It's just not Krezk.
She is guiding the horses onward, ignoring this hut.
There.
Ooh, well, there were some enchantments there. Okay,
Did-
well, I guess we just won't go there then.
Did you want enchantments? Would that help you?
I kind of want to at least look at that enchantment. Don't you ever do
She-
window shopping where you're from?
Okay, all right.
She slows down the horses and stops them. Maybe.
I mean,
You
think
know
they
that
might help
you're close to Krezk. You're not far from Krezk at all. But it is this interesting little roadside shop.
so, I mean, like, it looks like they're selling things. Not a lot of people. We could be stimulating the local economy.
Always buy local.
she'll have the carriage just stopped. Well, if you want to go shopping, go ahead. I'll stay with you.
I just want to look. Excellent. Thank you. And he will get out and walk. If there's anyone else want to go, Zash.
Oh, here we come up.
Zash.
He might
Zash.
need sleep.
Mom. Mommy. Lewis. So yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna let him sleep. Terramyn,
She's gonna
keep an
come
eye on him.
around, and you're gonna watch as she raises her hand. I'm sorry, Zash. And a giant bell appears over Zash's head, and gong! As she casts Toll the Dead on him to try to wake him up.
Oh my god.
Amazing. I love it.
Sorry.
You're not trying to damage him.
I'm not trying to damage him, just wake him
Alright,
up.
just flavor.
Yeah,
Flavor.
pure-
That's
Purely
a fun use
flavor.
of Toll
Bell.
That's a fun
Yeah.
use.
Now take 1d12 necrotic damage. D8. No. Jester, you're muted if you wanted to say anything.
What the hell was that?
It's time to wake up.
Are we there?
We're somewhere.
Okay. Okay, and Zash will stumble out of the carriage. Oh, hi, Paul.
Yeah.
We're gonna go shopping.
I forget.
Don't you want to go
yes.
shopping?
Irina,
Yes,
where
yes.
are you? Irina will step out with you. With
5
her-
minutes.
With her rapier.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. I mean, she's a kindly old woman out in the middle of the forest. We'll be fine. Paul will
Right.
walk out confidently. People
So
calling me
Camila's
coward.
staying in the wagon and everyone else is getting out? Is that what's happening?
Are you?
Is everyone else getting out or is it just Camila?
She's gonna
Or-
stay with the wagon, but what?
Yeah, keep it safe.
Yeah.
I'll be protecting the girl. Yeah, I'll stay near her.
Hmm.
Can I use this divine sense?
Sure.
Do I sense anything evil emanating from this place?
Let me see.
Or I think I have to roll my awareness, eh?
I hate this because out of character,
you
I'm
know
so
what?
curious.
I love it. I'm proud of you for playing your character. You gotta watch the wagon.
Yeah.
And I'll drag your character out just so you have eyes, but you won't be there.
Yeah, that's
unless they
fair.
call you over or something. But that you'll be able to see them from the road. At least you'll be able to see something from the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so divine sense. That's a channel, isn't it? It's an action.
I'm sorry. I'm a noob at this.
Oh no, it's okay.
system,
I
so
think it's not the same thing as a channel. It's different.
You open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
And while they're doing that, I'm kind of maneuvering the carriage so that it's a little off road, but kind of hidden by shrubbery and stuff.
I think just for flavor, maybe. You know, he's
Just kind of sweeping it.
Yeah. just like
You don't detect any of those things. You don't detect
Okay.
any celestials, fiends, or undead.
He will get out of the carriage and stand guard, maybe like watching Paul go up to it.
Oh, you know what? You detect the presence of a fae, though. That's what it says. You know the type of any being whose presence you sense. You detect a fae creature in the hut.
He will mention that to Paul then.
Oh,
I can detect the presence of a fae creature here.
is D&D lore such that gnomes are related to the fae, or is that just Pathfinder lore?
I don't know.
I was just curious because I know
Yeah.
Pathfinder, like gnomes originally come from the first world, so
Fun.
that's why I was curious.
I honestly don't know.
We could probably look it up really quick, but it's not explicitly. He'll look at you and be like, noted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
all
you know
fae are
that fae
bad. They're
tend
just
to be
tricksters.
they just tend to be chaos oriented. But
Yeah.
Gnomes
Yeah, so
are
Paul-
no longer truly fae.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Because
you evolved.
that's right. So it sounds like they originally did come from the first world, but they eventually kind of like shed that connection to it.
They've been domesticated.
So he will screw you. You're domesticated.
That's true though.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm the only
Okay.
one here that's not domesticated.
That's fair. He will walk up down the path, just kind of looking at things, not touching anything.
On this map. Paul is so cute little. I drag out
What
of
is
the map
he-
a little.
What does he?
I love it.
What does he see as he draws closer, my friend?
Well, you see the description I gave earlier.
So I'm still on the big map. I don't know about everyone else.
I'm putting tokens on the map before I drag y'all over. Before I move the.
How dare you're
Got
not
you.
fast enough. You should have this done instantly.
I know.
I just
I'm
didn't
gonna
know.
even put Camila in there. I didn't know if I would just drive right past it.
Well, Zash and
Aw.
Paul are walking up, and Zash is like, a little nap in the carriage did me some good, but I still tired.
Well, hopefully we can get that fixed, buddy. I know you're
Alright.
very sleepy.
I need some more magical bean juice.
It didn't really do anything, friend.
You see
Okay.
a little hut on a little pond.
Zash will be the first one that walks up to the door and knocks on it.
The door's open.
Okay.
As you walk in, you see a big cauldron. You see a sign on the table with a list of spells and the cost. You see a bunch of trinkets with price tags on them. I can give you a list of all this shiz, or I might just copy paste it because.
Dude, give me those trinkets.
Zash avoiding the symbol that is actually the helm of all we in the center of the floor, but he doesn't know that himself. But
Quick pause. This legit reminds me of a map that we played on with Rogue during Demon Gate. There was one encounter where we was like in a forest and there was witches and we were coming up from the south.
That hag.
I remember. Yeah. And she used a split image. I remember
swamp.
that.
That was a pretty sweet.
I remember that.
It
I
was
will
fun.
say, Camila could command Umbra to follow you guys while she stays with the carriage.
Oh
Sure.
my god.
Bartram has not been resummoned today.
There's no sign of a person in here, although that divine sense, you know that she's in there, Terramyn, and
Zash will use detect magic.
yeah, there's magic everywhere. Everything in here is magic. Sorry, let me get.
So really quick, I'm a little bit confused here. Just the first table that you've shown us. So for those of you who can't see, TheBeez has sent us a table, and it has
in Discord chat. There's a bunch of
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
there's three columns.
This sign will say what these things cost.
Yeah, there's three
and-
columns. The first column is spell. The second column is cost in gold pieces, and then the third column is favor.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit confused about. So I guess Paul and I are confused about what favor means.
Sure. Like the first one, for example, is the spell mending costs 5 gold pieces plus the favor. Give Jenny a stein full of your still warm saliva. Right as Zash reads that, a creature appears behind him. It's an old hag-looking lady, and she goes boo, and she cackles. I'm Jenny Greentooth. If you got money, I got magic.
Hello,
have
Jenny.
s-
It's a pleasure
I
to meet
love
you.
her already.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do too. Can she join us?
If the coin is right. She's pretty powerful.
Can I ship Paul and Jenny?
Can I ship?
I want a deep romance with these as playing both sides of this.
She's like, name Shitty Greentooth. I got all these things. I sell. I don't buy. She says.
Yeah, well, Jenny, thank you for having us as guests in your
She
home.
disappears and pops up next to Irina and Terramyn. Boo! She says, "Come in if you're buying." And then she disappears again and pops up back in the room. Poof. What was that?
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at some of these items.
Terramyn would grab
Yeah,
his,
you
put
might
his
have
hand
to
on
look
the
up some of
sword.
these magic items. You might have to look up. I'm sorry, Terramyn. Yeah, you're still outside the hut. She pops up and says, "Boo!" And then she disappears again.
Yeah, he'd grab his hand on his blade really quick and totally shocked, and then look over to Camila.
Oh, Camila's not there.
Oh,
Umbra
Oh,
is.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I put Camila there just so she had eyes in the scene.
Oh,
Just Umbra.
Yeah.
Which Umbra would have landed on your shoulder.
Irina would slowly like walk toward the place.
He'll go in there, yeah.
It's like, you sell spells? Jenny says, I do sell spells. I got lots of spells. If you got money, I got lots of spells. But I don't just need money. I need a little favor from you too.
What kind of favor are we talking about?
It depends. Look at the list, dummy. You know how to read? I'm sorry. I don't mean to assume. You know how to read?
No, that's.
I can read it to
that's
you.
fair.
I'm
can
sorry.
read.
I shouldn't have called you dummy. That wasn't very nice of Jenny.
And I appreciate you. Thank you for your. I forgive you, Jenny. Yes.
But yeah, let's say, I don't know. Let's say one of you is like really tired, and you need a
I was just about to say.
restoration spell. Oh gosh, I guess a little lesser restoration would cost a 20 gold piece, and you just gotta let me dye some hair of yours. And she looks at Zash, and she's like, I'm not seeing a lot of hair.
Zash looks at her and just deadpan face. You're not looking low enough.
Jenny, I gotta be honest, he kind of got you there.
A big smile comes across her face. She goes, "You got 20 gold?"
If I'm letting you dye that hair there, you better be paying me 20 gold.
Well, your loss.
Oh my gosh, to get a cure wounds, you have to give Jenny a lingering embrace.
These are great.
These are amazing. I'm so happy about it.
She disappears and she pops up over by the cauldron, adds some stuff to it. You can't tell what she's doing. She's just kind of saying into herself.
Oh, Jenny, to trim your toenails with it.
Zash will actually, again, avoiding the symbol on the floor, kind of like edging around it, walks over towards her. I am so tired. Jenny, I know you don't have this on your spell list, but
She disappears. Poof, poof. Stops right next to you. She's like, yes, right in your face.
something has been plaguing my sleep. Horrible nightmares.
of murder and death of compatriots alike. How much would it cost for Zash to find out what is affecting him?
She starts laughing. She just,
He's like, you're having bad dreams, are you?
Not just bad dreams. Dreams of such surrealism that I could taste the iron in my friend's blood. I could feel the rendering of the flesh through my teeth. It was almost as if I was actually physically doing this.
she
Paul's outside. He's like, yes, yeah, like 15 feet away from the door. Yes, yes. Tell her all about your bad dreams. That is wise. She can help you.
I'm sorry, talking to him from outside?
Yeah, I'm kind of shouting. Like the joke being that every time the dream comes up of him eating Paul,
Gotcha. Now I get it.
he's
Sorry.
yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry. I was like, why are you talking from far away? Got it. She's laughing, and she's like struggling.
Oh, Jenny. I know you find this funny. I have not only pissed off. What the fuck is Strahd? I beat up 3 night hags.
Hmm.
And we have been creating quite a stir since we came to these horrible lands. I need to know what is going on.
I just want to tell you, I am shocked that you have upset night hags. Do you have 30 gold pieces?
Zash will hand her over 30 gold pieces.
I'm sorry. We've upset who?
She snatches it away. She says, night hags. And she says, no, you shut up. She says, he gave me money. That's all I wanted. Roll a perception check.
All right.
Anybody?
Yeah, anybody.
21.
Can I roll an owl's perception?
24.
Wow. Paul. Gee willikers. This is tricky because the divine sense doesn't work for creatures that are on a different plane. But you get the sense that there's an invisible person that Jenny's talking to who's literally standing with you guys.
Hey, do you mind if I can I check out this lantern of revealing real quick? Do you mind if I just, give it a good look-see? Check out the merchandise?
Tell me what it does.
It allows you to see invisible people.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know, because that's one of the items I was looking at. I was like, what does the lantern of revealing do?
That's really funny. She just starts cackling, and she's like, the first time's free!
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much. And so, yeah, he'll check out the lantern of revealing, turn it on. While lit, the hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light.
Can I just say it is perfect that your door opened up just then, probably letting your dog in, but somebody invisible walks in your room.
That was my dog Della. Good girl. You want to go outside?
A night hag pops up next to Jenny. She's like, shit.
Zash will let out a horrible hiss as he jumps back.
Oh, well then. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that would happen. Hello.
Is it one of the three sisters? Would we recognize her?
That's a
Yeah,
good
you would
point.
recognize her as one of the hags you guys fought with. And
Zash.
she's like, fuck you, Jenny. You do anything for money.
Zash is already pulling out that his hand axe, and he's got it in hand, making hissing sounds.
Guys, I'm trying to figure out what she can do. She can do a lot of things.
Can Paul do something?
You know what? Jenny says, "That's enough," and turns off the lantern, and the night hag disappears.
All right.
She said, "The first time for free."
Yes. Well, I'm glad that it works. So it occurs to me that
she's cracking up. She got money. She outed her friend, and you guys are yeah.
she's
are in the middle of
chaos,
this
like you said.
horrible- Yeah, she's loving this whole thing.
Yeah. So the night hags that eat children. Yes.
Oh, you did. She giggles.
Yes. I'm assuming you can still hear us, Mrs. Night Hag Lady. I don't know if you prefer to be called a hag. That seems kind of derogatory, but it also seems like what you are. So I don't. Yeah. So you tell me. But would you really please stop messing with our
Jenny's
friend?
like, "That's our word." No, I'm just kidding.
Zash looks at her and goes, "You a hag?"
Dumb joke. I apologize.
That's a great joke.
I'm sorry. So what were you saying? What were you saying to the night hag?
Miss Night Hag Lady, would you please stop hurting our friend? He really needs to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Zash is still just holding there. He's got both his hands on this hand axe at this point.
Yeah,
Just
Paul's
waiting
go-to
for it.
is always diplomacy first.
Yeah, she remains invisible.
All right. I mean, we already saw you, so we know that you're there. So we know you can hear us. It's just rude if you don't say anything back. I mean, you could do that, but you know.
Zash is searching around the room, his little snake tongue flickering.
If you don't eat children, then you know we're all good. I think that is a reasonable request.
At this point, Zash looks at Umbra and goes, "We might need Camila."
The bird Umbra looks back at him, and she will send a telepathic message to Camila.
Look, I
As
am.
Zash is looking around the room, his eyes as wide as can be.
Look, Zash, I understand you're very frustrated, as am I, with the hag. However, I don't want to be a poor guest to our new friend Jenny. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
And he has been like he's been asleep. He's like got a full night's rest at this point now because of the lesser restoration spell.
No, I haven't gotten lesser risk.
He has not gotten the spell. Oh, you know what you gave him? You gave her the money. What did she require besides that? A bunch of spit? Is that, or no? It was for resto. Was the dye? Oh Jesus!
It was the dyeing of the hair.
The hair coloring. Yeah.
All right, well,
This might take some time.
Zash,
This is gonna be a cutscene.
Zash. Oh, so wait, are you actually going to do that, or was that
Yeah.
a joke?
No,
He is?
She demands it. She demands it. He gave her the gold already. She just has to do the.
Oh, so you have to give gold and have the
Yeah, it's-
favor.
You need both.
Oh, I thought it
Zash-
was one or the other.
Zash just
Nope,
thought
it's both.
he was paying her for the.
No, if you're not willing to let her do the dye job, she'll give you the money back.
Oh no! Zash at first thought it was just for her to tell him what was going on.
Oh, that's right. You gave her the money for that, not for the resto.
Yeah,
That's right.
But,
That's right. I forget. I
but
remember now.
If
Yeah,
that is
she
what
took the 30. You gave her 30 gold specifically to tell you what was happening.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Well, 30 gold pieces is 30 gold pieces." And she tells you what the hags can do.
Oh, okay. So that
That's why he was paid 30 gold pieces.
got you. No, Rogue. No, we didn't get a short or long rest.
We got a long rest.
Thought,
Everyone got a long rest except for Zash. He only
and
got
I thought
a short rest,
Zash
which doesn't
got
give much.
rest because of the lesser restoration spell, but we got confused about what
That's
he
right.
actually gave money about.
Yeah, he gave her money for the bribe to tell her what was going on. Tell him what was going on. And so, yeah, he just loved the lantern thing, but then she got rid of the lantern thing. And she tells you exactly how it works. She's like, you seem to have pissed off these sisters, and as long as they're mad at you, they could follow you around without you knowing.
Yes, well, we did save 2 children from being eaten by them, so they've been kind of cross with us ever since.
Zash is still just holding the hand axe with both hands.
So, how could I do a magic circle? Is that something I could do as a cleric with my not consecrate?
I think it's a spell, isn't it?
I have a spell called ceremony. Oh, I have magic circle. It's a level 3 spell.
Yeah.
Shit, I can cast that, and we can like sleep in that every night.
By the way, yeah, Zash, when you had said that to Umbra, if you were paying attention, her eyes, after she had relayed the message, changed from her normal to like the same exact shade as Camila's. So currently she is looking through Umbra's eyes.
Umbra, there's a night hag somewhere in here.
And Zash is still looking very squarely with his hand on the axe.
She just does that kind of owl thing where it's like looking around.
So bad news, I cannot use magic circle regularly. It will cost me 100 gold to cast it. So, yeah, that's not something I could do on the rigs.
Yeah, don't do it in here either. Jenny hadn't done anything wrong.
that's fair.
She giggled.
He affected my sleep.
As Zash
you-
starts to lean forward, like
You-
filling out
you
the
should-
next square that he moves into.
Yes, the hags did try to kill all of us, so we're a bit on edge, if you can understand. Apologies.
Sorry, are you leaning toward Jenny with your axe, Zash? Is that what
No,
you're doing?
no. Like
Okay, just
I was in
clarifying.
one square and I moved over one
Gotcha. Just making sure you're not threatening her.
before. When he's standing next to her now, he's like looking the opposite direction because he knows the night hag's not in that square.
Yeah.
Jenny, we're on our way to Krezk, but I have a quick question for you. It's a possibility. How would you feel in the future if you were to use this as like a rest stop? I don't know if this is something you'd be willing to give to us, but what about, or sell to us? What about a good night's sleep? Sleeping here while you make certain the night hags don't touch any of us in the future.
I don't. She's thinking about.
You can paint Zash's toenails in his sleep.
What about that hair?
Not while I sleep. I want to be awake for that.
Oh my god.
Don't think sleeping here would be wise.
I do enjoy the company, but I don't really want to upset my sisters. They're cousins, really. We're not really related.
Sisters! Zash jumps.
They're not my sisters, but they're sisters with each other. We're all kin.
Yes, no, that's fair. So you have
Zash jumps back onto the little like ladder over the cauldron.
how many items does everyone? I'm sorry. How much gold does everyone have? Approximately
190.
190.
You don't know.
I think
I
have zero.
that's fair. Because Paul is looking at this amulet of proof against detection and location, and he's thinking about wanting to buy it for Irina. He's not saying anything aloud.
Just thinking about it.
And that's fair. That's a really good point, Minnie. We don't know one another well enough for Paul to even consider.
Show me how much money's in your bag.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely
got?
fair, and that was my apologies. So yeah, he'll kind of look at his coin in his pouch, and he's like, just kind of like, gives himself kind of like a, But he does say, I am quite interested in these eyes of the eagle that you have.
What do they do? Because I didn't look up all these items.
They give advantage on perception checks.
Oh.
Those are nice.
Those don't even cost any favors. What does it
Yeah.
cost? 250 gold pieces?
I've got 230 as it stands. 225 maybe.
She narrows her eyes at you. And again, like magically, poof, poof, right up close to you. Is that really all you have?
I can give a favor to maybe make up the that, or I could just get a bag of holding. That could be really helpful.
I have no interest in dyeing your toupee.
Hey! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Damn it! I wasn't crying when she said that. But I'm pretty sure I've seen her.
He's aghast. I do not know what you're talking about.
Well, I never.
I never.
She really laughs at your
Yeah, 1 out of 5 stars on Yelp. Easy.
Well, fine. You can't stay here.
You know what? I tell you what. How about a trade? I have this item, and he pulls it out of his side because he really doesn't use melee weapons anyway. This is a rapier. It is a vicious rapier. And I'm wondering if you'd be willing to accept it in trade for the eyes of the eagle.
She like reaches out and like magically levitates it and like spins it around, and then she just drops it to the floor. I don't want it. I don't buy. I only sell.
Ah, damn it! That's right. God dang it! This is a trade, not a buy.
Well, nope.
Okay, that's fair. And then he'll put that back in. He's like, all right, well, then you know what? I will just take the bag of holding if that is okay with you.
Zash holds up the shrunken skull of a vampire.
Yeah.
From his waistband.
She poofs out and she poofs on top of a chest. She's just like sitting crisscross applesauce like this now.
And Zash, he's like one hand off of the axe and starting to put it on his belt as he grabs the skull of the vampire. What do you think of this?
Cute.
Cute. I will give Jenny 125 gold pieces for a bag of holding. Or for the bag of holding. I don't know if there's multiple. But that seems like it could be very helpful.
Yeah. 1 bag of holding is what she has. She does not have more than 1 of each thing. I'm going to go ahead and mark it as out of her inventory now.
Heck yes. Bag of holding.
If you pay me 125 gold pieces, she'll snatch it right out of your hand and cackle with delight.
Hey, there you go. Thank you, Jenny. Pleasure doing business with you.
The pleasure's all mine.
This also means I don't have to worry about weight anymore. Thank God, because I have like a chest and all kinds of shit.
Terramyn's been searching his pouch and a little bit disturbed that he doesn't find anything, and he's like, then he remembers that the last people that killed him, I think were Pall and Zash, right?
Yeah.
And then he looks over at Pall and he's like, did I have any gold on me when you killed me?
We buried everything with you.
Yes, I think we did. I don't recall. I knew that we definitely gave you your coin.
Undead don't normally travel with cash.
I guess I was broke when you killed me.
Jeez.
Yes, that makes sense.
Zash is still looking around.
Or maybe my grave was robbed.
Yeah.
Where this night hag could be.
The body was emptied before it was buried. What was the question, Zash?
I was just saying, I rolled a perception to try to see if Zash could figure out where this night hag might be, and he is completely oblivious. Like
no idea. No, you really have no idea. Even if you roll well, you really, without some magical means of detection, she may as well be not here anymore. You don't know where she is.
With Terramyn's undead status, is he affected by silver?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, I was just double checking. Continue, Jester. My apologies.
Dash now turns his attention to the cauldron that he's basically hovering over because he jumped up on the ladder. And I would like to perceive what might be in there.
What might be in the cauldron? Back. All right. Oh yeah. Do you have like a special sense or something like that for a smell? Not in your this form.
Not in this form, but he's usually food oriented, so I think it might be food at this point. So I'm gonna sniff the cauldron, kind of like.
It's, it's fatty. It seems like something that should be edible, and it's very fatty. You don't know what kind of body parts it might be, but it's a lot of fat.
Zash is going to take a look at the cauldron now, since he smelled, and try to perceive what is in the cauldron. 18.
She leans over. She says, "It's a werewolf foreskin."
Zash looks at her and goes, I mean, meat is meat to Zash.
Oh, gross.
Meat is meat. Juice is juice.
But Zash looks over and goes, why werewolf foreskin?
She just laughs. She just laughs madly.
Do you know about werewolves in this area?
Obviously, she does.
She pops up over here next to Terramyn. She's like, "I know things. I know that you don't have any money."
No, I don't.
She disappears again. Poof, poof. Back over here. She's flipping through a book.
Jenny, I cannot speak for my compatriots, but I have used the money that I can, and I don't know if you have made this deal with Zash yet regarding things, but my two people, my hair won't work. So this one's up to you, buddy. And he'll just kind of like slap Zash on the calf.
You look at Zash and he's over there like thinking about taking a finger into the soup.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry, was that a question to Jenny? She's just waiting for...
and Zash is still thinking about eating.
Are you done shopping?
Can I have a bite of your soup?
She slaps her hand. No!
Fine.
And Zash will start to walk out.
I didn't want you to dye my pubes anyway.
It's a lie. He actually did.
Well, thank you for shopping. Jenny,
Thank you.
Green Teeth's enchantments.
I greatly appreciate your help, Jenny, and you are quite fetching. And he'll like take her hand if he can, and like give her a kiss on it. And
Oh yeah, she gives you a little air kiss back.
awesome. We're gonna ship this.
As
Rogue wants.
Zash
Someone makes good on his promises.
as Zash
I never
is
promised it.
I don't care if you didn't promise.
as Zash is walking out the door, he turns around and just says,
Don't worry, night hags. Stay in your dimension, and we'll stay in ours, and we won't have any issues. Zash harbors no ill will for eating meat.
Ooh. Does it Paul hear that?
remember,
Zash. Where you standing
Paul
next to.
and Zash going back and forth about when it's a proper time to eat meat.
Yeah.
And when it's like appropriate and okay.
Yeah.
Camila, thank you for having our back, he says to Umbra. and he'll kind of like give it a nod, and if it's okay with Umbra, like maybe pat her a little bit.
Yeah, she'll let you. And then she kind of just ruffles her feathers a little bit and coos gently.
Um,
But it was Umbra, you said that too, not Camilla. She had stopped looking through the eyes as soon as Zash had started talking about painting toenails. She basically, from what you guys like imagine, Camilla's there petting the horse, and then like she gets that telepathic message from Umbra, and then she goes to Scry, listens to them talking about painting toenails, and she goes, "Why are they talking about having some sort of sleepover? How is this an emergency?" And then like kind of comes back.
awesome.
On Zash's way out, he'll actually take 10 gold coins and set it on whatever counter is near the front door after he says that, and just walks out.
Just as a tip.
Yep, just as a tip.
The witch knows where the werewolves are.
Ooh. Oh.
We also know where the werewolves are.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
You have a
all right.
you have a sense of the direction. I mean, they kind of give you a
Zash
general idea.
had
It's
a
big,
full-on
scary woods,
dream about where it was.
I don't know that you did. It's going to take some searching. You have a general sense of this direction.
Remember the whole dream with the children in the lake and the werewolves in their den?
I believe it was brought up that they're past the lake, but that's all that I remember.
Yeah, no, that was the children. You had a dream about the kidnapped children and the werewolf?
No. It was a young
You're talking about Irina and Ezek?
young boy and girl on the lake
Yeah.
being faced down by wolves.
Yeah, that was those were dire wolves or a dire wolf attack. It was not a werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It
glad
was still
Jenny didn't try to take my shadow owl.
Dude, that would have been awful.
Oh.
As we're walking back, Paul kind of lags behind with Terramyn, and he says, I want you to know that while you have agreed to me helping to put you to rest when we are done with things here, I want you to know that I don't actually harbor any ill will towards you. And actually, I'm not positive if we did take any money from you, but in the event we did, I don't think that's right. Nor do I think it's right for you to be empty-handed. And so Paul will like reach into his coin pouch. Doesn't matter because Rogue's not here anymore. He'll deeply reach into his coin pouch, fishing around, trying to buy time for Rogue to come back, feeling out the coins in his various fingers. And then as Rogue comes back, Paul says to him, I would like to give you some gold pieces, just in case. It's good to have some money on you. And so he's going to give, I don't know how much Camila has. She didn't say anything, but Terramyn specifically said it. So Paul is going to give you 30 gold pieces.
Really?
And he'll also give you half of his electrum as well. So he'll give you 23 electrum.
Nice.
So 30 gold pieces and 23 electrum. And then the final thing he'll give him, very conspiratorially, is actually 2 more things. He says, I think this might be better in your capable hands than mine, because he kind of like, he's like, I know who I am, and I'm not the one to really engage with the blade. And so he'll reach into his newfound bag of holding and pull out a rapier, the same one that he tried to give away. And he says, I think this might be better in your hands than mine, because I never use it. And he'll imagine like it's kind of like wrapped up. And so he'll give Terramyn this blade, which is a vicious rapier. And I looked it up, and essentially what it does, Rogue, is it's a normal rapier unless it hits on a 20. on a natural 20, the target takes an additional extra 7 damage of the weapon's type, which in this case would be piercing. And I believe it's also a magical weapon, which would go ahead, Beast.
That's huge for potentially facing werewolves. You need a magical weapon, and now you have one.
Yeah. So I don't know if he would know about the magical weapon part of it.
Yeah.
But he will give it to him, and he says, "I believe that there's magic imbued in this, and it might help us in the time forward." Would Paul know that you need a magic weapon to hit a werewolf?
It seems like that was something that you heard from the hunters back in Valaki. They said you need either silver or magic.
I think you might need this. I think this might help you in our combat against the werewolves, as well as going forward, and hopefully it might even help you to actually do some damage to Strahd, should we get the chance.
Hell yeah.
He takes it, and he takes all of these gifts, and he smiles and pats him on the shoulder. My thanks, little friend.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Are you guys
Oh,
heading
and-
back to the wagon?
Yeah, it's a short little walk back to the wagon
Okay.
for sure.
I forgot. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, go ahead, because it kind of picks up when you guys are approaching the wagon.
And then the last thing he gives him, because he doesn't really see a need for them himself, he gives him 3 silver pieces. And he says, "This might help as well. Given that I'm not one on the front line and you are, I think this might help." And my thought process, or his thought process, is Zash turns into a giant bear and mauls things as a bear. He really doesn't have, like, as far as I understand, his weapons, like, he doesn't use silver or weapons like that.
Mhm.
So he would, that's, and when given the vicious rapier in the past, he actually passed up on it. So he's like, well, hopefully this will help somebody in the future. So
Yeah.
there you go, buddy.
Very nice.
Go ahead, Camilla. I'm sorry.
So yes,
Oh,
we
no,
go back to the
it's okay.
wagon. We're back
Yeah.
back to the wagon now.
So as you guys are approaching the wagon, you during your conversation, you actually begin to hear Camila is in better spirits, and she's singing to the horses. Sing, William, when you go, I fear you'll never return again. My heart is pierced by Cupid. Oh wait, forgot the words. But anyway, yeah, she, you know what, she notices you guys when she's like in the middle of the song. Oh,
Camila knows the words.
yeah, she knows the words. Are we ready to go? And she like actually has a smile on her face. She looks happier.
But that's perfect because she stops singing right when we get there because
Yeah.
we're like all noticing her, you know.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Terramyn is actually gonna smile and say, "You seem happier around the horses."
It brings me back, and I think I just needed some time alone and just time with them. Which kind of indicates the horses as Umbra flies over and lands. Oh, welcome back, Umbra. Were they annoying? They probably were. Yes, they were. And then, like, she'll look back at you guys and begin to climb back up. Well, we might not want to sit here. Might not be too longer until another pack of wolves starts wandering around. Oh, what? Isn't that nice? She's noticing the blade that Terramyn is now holding.
Yes.
And
Gift from Pall.
and Polly's got a brand new bag too.
Oh, it looks good on you.
Thank you. I'm glad that you are. It's good for us to know. It will help lift your spirits too, Camilla. So, we'll keep that in mind.
Yes, I apologize for my temper earlier.
You have nothing to be tempered of. I hope you know I was just speaking in jest. Wasn't actually trying to be disparaging.
Yeah, this is badly timed. We'll go with that.
Fair. Well, let us march onward, shall we, friends?
Yes, let us.
Ah, I get it. The horses are the medicine. I understand now.
I get it.
Zash is still walking back, exhausted,
Oh,
and
you haven't you got on the wagon yet.
He goes, these damn night hags, I'm going to kill them just as soon as I get a good night's sleep.
I had a
you might
feeling.
not
as
want to
he
say that,
lumbers
like-
into the carriage, he just like plops down. Maybe he like lays his head across what's her name?
Arena.
Camila
Irina's-
or Irina, yeah.
Irina's lap, and just like
As
I'm
soon,
just gonna go back to sleep.
yeah, as soon as everyone's in and the door is shut, you just hear the psh, hip, and the carriage begins to move again.
Awesome. Yeah. Carriage continues on. You know you're getting closer to Krezk, and it's getting cold. As you guys approach. Yeah, you're like there. Let me find their flavor text. There's so much good flavor text. Did I exit off? I probably exit off, son of a bitch.
Are there any, would there be any kind of candles or lanterns on this wagon?
Sure, yeah, and lots of little like banners or little like ribbons and stuff. They're decorated pretty colorfully.
I'd probably take some of the flame from one of the lanterns in between Paul and myself and just make it just big enough to expand a little heat to us to keep us warmer.
Nice. Yeah, you just noticed it's still morning. You guys left like right away in the morning. So, I've given you an hour just to rest, but it's still early. But you notice I think there's a bit of an elevation change, and also somehow as you go further west it's getting colder as well. And I'm sorry you guys can't tell, but just drawing dicks all over the darkness of this map.
Oh no, I can totally see some of them.
Oh, you can?
Well, I was able
Down
to,
on top of the shadows?
I saw
No.
the little green one.
Oh yeah, I've been deleting them sporadically.
Yeah.
Every time I delete one, two more pop up. It's like a
Why that one in the big area in the center? Beautiful artwork.
it was impressive.
That's what she said?
Hey!
Sorry.
Well
I'm
played.
going to pop up.
So while you're doing that, Paul will be in the front seat, and I'm buying you time. Paul's on the front seat, and he is sitting there with Camila, and he looks at her and he says, "Thank you," and kind of like takes out his pipe and starts, little, green smoke skulls are kind of like coming out, glowing ever soft, and he speaks, and you can hear him, and he says, I actually know some things as well.
Oh, do you
And
know?
he says, here's a poem I once knew. I fancy myself loving poetry as well.
Really?
I felt a funeral in my brain, and mourners to and fro kept treading till it seemed that sense was breaking through. And when they were all seated, a service like a drum kept beating till I thought my mind was going numb. And then I heard them lift a box and creak across my soul with those same boots of lead again. Then space began to toll. And he's getting this look in his eye kind of as he's like going through this, and it'll keep kind of going off like that. And that is actually an Emily Dickinson poem called "A Funeral in My Brain."
That was beautiful.
Yes, you're welcome. He likes creepy poetry.
I didn't say thank you. I just said that was beautiful.
Oh, well, no, you're right. That's fair. That's fair. I didn't write it either.
You're still
It is beautiful.
Oh,
Sorry, I can get the
I need to get a little bit more exposure to some beautiful poetry like that. Where do you get your sources?
Oh, other bards, they learn it somewhere and bring it here, and, we just kind of pick it up. And I think, oh, I like that. And then I just,
You're a bard then? Or do you just learn from bards?
I I just, I tamper a little bit. And then he just breaks out in a song. Like, this is his moment he's always been waiting for. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I'm totally not prepared.
I will say
I-
this is probably the first time Paul has seen her laugh as well.
I'm certain that's good for his soul as well. Holy cow. This place looks like a fortress. There's like stone. Is this all stone walls?
Yes. Up until you get to the mountainside. So, I've tried to show you. I really prefer this great art that I'm trying to pop up for you guys if you can see it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay, great. That's more James RPG art, but yeah, the map is nice, but it also doesn't give you the snowy effect on the map, which kind of bums me out because this is it's just starting to snow. It's not like inches of snow, but it's just starting to fall and get really cold.
Dang it, that's the one weather I didn't get.
What do you mean?
I have so check out
planned for
check out my stream. Like if it's raining, I do this.
Oh yeah. There's going
It's
to be a bit
fun.
of snow in the rest of this adventure.
We'll just do a little bit more fog. How about that?
Yeah,
Sure.
there you go.
That'll work. Maybe we can make it rain slower.
Oh, I wish I could.
Okay. This road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment. If you look at the big map, you see at the very tippy top up here, you see measurements for how many feet. Each one of these lines is 100 feet of what do you call it? Higher elevation. So you will go up, even to get to the city. You are climbing up like 300 feet. That's why the road will wind. It will take you some time to get there.
That also explains why there's no walls right there, because they're kind of depending on the natural elevation.
Exactly.
Got it.
It's like very steep over here, where there's no wall. It's very steep. And
Gotcha.
same over here. It's it's like a sheer like mountainside going up that side. There's only one entrance to the town. You guys are facing it, or slowly making your way in the wagon up this escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone, reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. And there's the model of the gatehouse down here, in the very bottom of the map, if you will. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin, white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside above the settlement. Like up on the mountain is the abbey. The steady chime of the bells is inviting. A welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the abbey. More like hiking up a mountain to get up there. Yeah, and you guys find yourselves at the gate. There's not like a separate map for this, but you guys get to the gate, and it looks like what it looks like down here on the lower left corner of the map. Yeah.
It's like theater of mind.
Wall.
And the gate is closed?
Yeah, the air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway, into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall iron-bound wooden doors. They're very secure. Carved into the arch above the doors is a name: Krezk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see 4 figures up on top of those walls, wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They watch you nervously. One of them speaks before you can. Halt! Who goes there?
I'll slow the wagon to a halt. Hello? 4 travelers? Coming from...
Zash wakes up and corrects her. 5.
5 travelers. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, yes, fine. Yes.
I'm not good with words. I don't talk to people very often.
Oh, that's okay. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Tell
Hey,
him where we're coming from.
Where did we come
I
from again?
will as that's kind of
Malaki.
going on, he
Malaki,
kind of
that's
like
right.
gets into the back, like opens up maybe like a window to the back carriage, and he's like, Terramyn, get your bag. And just closes it.
We are travelers from Vallaki trying to seek shelter for a little bit. We need some information.
The bag over his head. I was like, what's in his bag? Oh, his head is going to be in his bag. Got it.
Oh, wait.
So you said we're here for information, is what you said?
Yeah.
We're also here to go to the Abbey.
You should probably also hide yourself. Honestly,
Yeah.
Camilla's probably the best. Oh, wait, we need to get Irina up here speaking for us.
There we go.
Yeah. Irina stands and she says,
Because everybody here is racist, right?
I mean, they know that non-humans aren't from here, and that generally makes people nervous. And this place seems to be very well guarded, from what y'all can tell from here. Irina will stand and say, I am Irina Kolyana Indirovich, daughter
Mistress.
of the late, whatever his name was, Kolyana Indirovich.
Doing good. You're doing good, Irina.
Thank you.
Got you.
Thank you. I forget the names of my father. I'm so.
That's happens to all of us.
She says, and newly crowned, newly
Appointed.
named,
Go with
newly,
appointed.
newly appointed burgomistress of the village of Vallaki.
Yes. Good job.
We come on a diplomatic mission to meet with your burgomaster and for a bit of a pilgrimage to meet the abbot and visit the abbey of Saint Markovia.
Good job.
Can't see in this
The guards. The guards are like, "Is that? Are you really? Are you really a burgomistress?" Yes.
It's yeah. Who are they gonna ask? The whole town thinks she is, so that's the most important part.
Depends who you ask. No. I say, well, I can't open the gate. Please stay where you are. We'll go fetch the burgomaster.
Thumbs up.
Like hubbub.
Rhubarb.
Some of them
Not
are
going
still
anywhere.
like holding their spears and just watching you guys.
Can the seats of this carriage lift up to expose more storage space?
And the
Yeah, because most carriages had under seat
are you
storage.
trying to smuggle something in?
Zash is gonna slither his way into these seats.
That's funny. Yeah,
because
there's
he
totally
knows
storage
they're very-
space under the seat.
He knows there's very untrusting people, and he just
Yeah.
wants a nice dark place to sleep.
So you're gonna hide, and the zombie man's gonna have a bag over his head. That's what we're doing. Just want to make sure.
He's like, he's got the hood on and he's got the bag on, and the holes in the are just like really small. And he's like, I can't see in this bag. So he's gonna take the bag off, I think, and just keep his hood low.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Just keep it nice and
Zash
lit.
like pops up out underneath the lifting up the seat and looking at Terramyn. I think you look better without the bag. And he pops back down.
Oh, come on. Man, this token
All right. I think Paul looks at everyone quietly. I think we need to come clean, right? If we try to sneak in Terramyn, they're gonna flip the fuck out. And if they see Zash, they're gonna flip the fuck out. And they don't like me because they're racist, right? They probably don't like Camila because she's, well, a brown person, right? I love you.
Excuse me?
I love you. I love you. But it seems like Vallaki didn't. So I'm just assuming the same from these people. So we should just like be cool.
Irina says that we will be clear. We will not deceive them.
We
about
won't
why we're
deceive
here.
them. We will tell them
Boom.
that we are here to protect Irina as well while she goes about her diplomatic mission.
Zash pops up from underneath the seat. I'm just going to sleep.
That's fair. I'm
And he
just
pops
saying
back
that
down underneath.
you guys have kind of a scary appearance. And Terramyn, you're undead, and I'm certain they're probably not cool, the undead.
Didn't think I was that scary.
I mean, you kind of like had a third eye turned into black tar with bones popping out, if I recall, and then started to like move along the ground like the little girl from The Ring.
That's normal. Some
Zash
ladies,
pops up
they
once
just...
again and goes, don't forget about the pus. And he pops back
Yes, there
down
was
under.
pus. There was pus as well.
You know, occasionally when a girl gets upset, she goes through these mood swings and things happen to her body, you know?
All right, Camila, I have homework for you. Are you ready for your homework? I want you to get a mirror, and the next time you transform into whatever it is that you transform into, I want you to just look at yourself, and I want you to say, would a normal human accept me for looking like this?
Zash pops
I
up.
think
We
Zash
accept
you
pops
need to take a
Pops
second
up again.
and
Goes,
stop
"I
judging
accept
people
you."
by their
Irina
appearance.
says, shh, wait, something's coming.
Be cool. Everyone, be cool. Paul says that a little loud. He just says, be cool, everyone.
Everyone be cool.
Zash pops back down underneath the seat.
A head pops over, and a well-dressed. Oh gosh, where is it? A great description of him. Fine. Dark-skinned, bald head.
Oh, you're probably good. Sorry.
Thickly bearded, white and gray, and big old chops on the side.
I pinch Paul.
What?
He says, "Is it true you're the burgomistress of Valaki?" He says, and Irina says, "I am. Irina Koliana." And the man on the mountain, who is the man in this photo I'm showing you now, he laughs. He says, "Irina." He says, "I haven't seen you since you were a babe. How's your father?" And
Zash pops up and goes, dead.
Oh no.
No, no. Bad Zash.
I could spend like an entire D&D session just watching Rogue react to things, by the way, because his eyes are so gosh darn expressive.
it's
so
a shame,
fun.
in the stream you can't see his face.
I know, it's great. We need like a Rogue cam, just a Rogue cam to watch his eyes.
It's like, why am I in the corner? He should be in the corner. Yeah. So and he says, "Open the gates, let them in." And the gates slowly open.
Zash pops down
What you
underneath the
guys do?
seat again. I thought I was going to get a nap.
The gates are huge, again, heavy. They let out this like cry as it opens up slowly. And the guards just
Are they made of wood?
Really stare you down. Yes, there is wood, but there's also iron bands. It's reinforced with iron. So they creak and
all that good
squeak.
stuff.
And the Baron, as he calls himself here, walks out to meet you. Sorry. Says, "I am Baron Dmitry Krezkov, Baron of Krezk. Please come in."
Thank you.
Is there a place that we could leave the horses where they could be fed? I don't mind paying to have them fed and taken care of while we take care of business.
He says, "Oh yes, livestock are always welcome in Krezk." And you come in, you actually see. This is oh god, I'm trying like improvising, and there's so much flavor text I'm skipping. That's fine. There's
sorry.
No, you're great. This city this city's different than the other cities. I mean, you immediately go in and you know you're in like a fortress, and it feels safe. And you're like, oh, this is because the first town y'all went to, there were no walls, no gates. it was like a ghost town. Y'all didn't go into any cities, any houses, but most of them were abandoned, and it was just horrible. Vallaki was better, but it was also like a den of corruption and weirdness, and also has proven vulnerable to attack. This place is like, oh wow, this just feels like a legit settlement. There you see pigs and chickens and people feeding their animals. And it seems like you're just in a nice neighborhood. Is what it feels like. And
How's
he
the
says,
HOA here?
This is my. He says we actually we don't technically tax in this place. What's that?
I just have a feeling like they're like
There's something
really
terrible
laying it.
happening. There's something
Yeah,
terrible
like they're
happening? No,
really late. That's like
he says,
we'll make certain you pay your tithes.
Yeah. He says, well, we don't. He says we don't tax. We do expect everyone to pitch in whatever they can. He says,
I see. I knew it.
He's walking with you, like petting your horse. He says we really exist as a commune. He says we don't trade with outsiders. We don't usually open the gates to anyone except for the shipments of wine, which we haven't had lately.
Zash yells out, "We took care of that. You'll get wine here soon."
Yes, we had. All right.
He looks over. You took care of it?
Okay. So, let's pause. I want, and you could bring your soldiers here. Just want us to be totally above board about what is going on here. Right. Irina can vouch for our whole story because it seems like you are simpatico with her. If you've named her. We, four of us, myself, my friend in the buggy, as well as two others who have since been abducted by Strahd, were tasked with bringing Irina to safety by her brother, whose name I forget. We'd happened upon that small town in Barovia, the town of the town of the town of Barovia, and it was apparent that her father had passed away recently because of apparently continuous attacks from Strahd and his minions to get at Irina. So we entered into an arrangement with her brother to get Miss Irina to safety, and we stopped at Vallaki and were there for quite some time. It is there we took care of a number of ills, including the unfortunate sorry lack of wine, which should begin happening again here shortly. During our time in Vallaki, the Burgermeister was killed, set upon by some of the Count's minions. Unfortunately, him, his dogs, and his beloved wife
Poor puppies.
were killed in the attack that happened. It was also found out that the other competing power in Vallaki, and I forgot the lady's name, noblewoman, whatever.
Lady Voctor.
Lady Voctor was in league with Strahd in hopes of upending the power structure in Vallaki, pushing it all over and taking power for herself, essentially inviting Strahd in. We found out about this cult and immediately took care of it and brought it to the people's attention. With there being no Burgermeister and with there being no person to really step in, the only person of who we felt could step into that role because of their noble standing was Irina. And so we put it forward to the people to let Irina become the new Burgermeister, to which they consented. After which, Irina stayed behind and we were invited, myself, Zash, and our other two compatriots, were invited to go to the castle of Lord Count Strahd. It is there he ensorcelled our 2 companions. They were gone, and we gained 2 other companions. Now, in an effort of being 100% above board, you should know I have fought alongside of these people, and they are our friends. And they are people of goodwill. Irina can attest to this. Zash, would you please come out?
I would also
The reason
like
I'm...
to say
Oh, sorry.
really quick,
Go
I
ahead, Camila.
apologize, is first, thank you so much for welcoming us into your town when you are
Yes.
already not usually so willing to take in strangers. I think that was
Yes.
probably the most important thing before we start telling him our entire journey, which, by the way, you guys have been through the ringer. Holy crap.
Yeah, we really have. We really have. And that's part of the reason that I want to tell you this is because of your hospitality. I want you to know that you put yourself in a vulnerable position, and I don't want you to think that we pulled the wool over your eyes. And should you tell us to go, we will abide by that. But I want you to know so that we are all on the same page. So yeah, Zash, please come out and show them yourself.
So, as Zash comes out from underneath the seat and opens the door, this guy's first impression or first sight of Zash would be this looming giant half man, half snake coming out with his bluish green scales on the upper part of his body, a vampire skull hanging from his belt, a hand axe on the other side, which would normally be very intimidating, but he looks extremely tired.
Yeah.
And Zash walks out and goes, "Can I just go somewhere to sleep?"
You can go back to sleep. Miss Lady Irina can attest to the fact that Zash has saved her
And
life
Zash-
on more than one occasion.
Well, during this, we'll climb up to the top of the cart and just curl up and go, "I need sleep."
No, not out here, please. This is my home. The very first house, actually, I just looked it up. The very first house is the burgomaster's house. It's a bigger house. It's not a mansion like y'all have seen in other places, but it's a nicer house than the others. A little bit bigger than the others. He says, please come into my home. This is the best place for us to speak. He says, and you can rest inside. He says, please, quickly.
Is there
Is there a
someone...
fireplace? Zash is not used to cold.
Camila's a little reluctant at first to leave the wagon. Is there like anyone that can like guide it to a safe location, or she's not just gonna leave it in the street?
You know what? Yeah, no, there will be, actually, let me look at the map of their home. I think that there's going to be some space right in front of the house where they can pull up the wagon.
Okay.
Like at the house, essentially. I don't have the token for it at the moment, but yes, your wagon can be right in front of their house.
Yeah, it's her people's wagon. She's gonna protect it and make sure it's taken care
I
of.
appreciate that.
And she loves
I'm
it.
quite cold. Is there a fire inside?
He says, there is. My wife is making breakfast right now.
Thank you. We appreciate your hospitality greatly. Thank you.
Zash doesn't need food. He just needs sleep.
Okay, now I am worried. I have only known you for a couple days, but if there's one thing you have never not needed, it's food.
Thank you. Thank you. That man desires meat like something else.
And Zash will just go ahead and start walking inside and find the fireplace, and he will curl up in front of the fireplace.
Do you think he's cursed? She like says as she kind of whispers to Paul.
And we do know that apparently
guys have
the night
eyes on the map
hags
now?
have done something.
Yeah.
Okay. Feel free to, he'll welcome you in.
Oopsie,
And he'll
I
also tell the
accidentally drew.
guards, like, call, Steve and Bobby to reinforce the gates. I'm really good at coming up with the name of the spot.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for the drawing,
So
but
he says, please lock the gates immediately. Call for reinforcements, and he gestures for y'all to enter his home.
Thank you. Thank you for your hospitality, my good man.
I'm so sorry.
Zash
What was
is-
his name again?
Dimitri. I don't know if you can see it on his token. There we go.
So
Steve.
is it just us in this home then?
It will be you guys, his wife, and their teenage son.
Awesome. All right, Dimitri. Then I I will. Terramyn's got his hood on. presumably, and he'll look at him and kind of give him a thumbs up, thumbs down, like, is it cool that I spill the beans about what's going on here?
I'm sorry. Can we take 5? I've got to pee again.
Sure.
Let's say you spill all the beans. You tell the whole story up to now. It sounds
Well,
like
wait,
that's what you wanna do, right?
Rogue's giving me the X, like,
he's
no.
telling you not to do it?
So,
Okay, that's fine.
So I want to
Fine.
double check with him.
Let's take 5 and come back. Y'all can talk about
What's up? What's up, Rogue? Is that a yay or a nay?
I don't know about the undead thing. Like, is
Okay.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he was gonna. Paul would be like, "You want to take off your hood? Show him."
Oh, no.
Roll call.
I think
Okay.
Terramyn would be like, we should not tell him that I am undead.
That's fair. Then yeah, so then he won't go that far, and he'll hope that like telling him enough of the truth will be enough to be like, "All right, we're all good."
Some
Yeah.
people aren't quite comfortable enough to share their battle scars.
No, I know. I just my worst fear is that they find it out. They're like, you brought an undead in our midst. You're trying to kill all of us.
You really need to be careful. You have a loud voice, you know that.
I don't think he can
Zash
hear
is over in the
anything we're saying
corner,
right now.
muttering night hags, just over and over. Damn night hags.
We aren't going to last long in this place, are we?
Yeah, we're like that one guest that comes to a party where the host goes, "Oh, motherfucker, it's this guy, son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to clean up so much after him."
But
Well, you know what?
I'm going to go ahead and tell everyone right now, Zash from now on out, while we are in this cold environment, is going to roll at disadvantage for everything.
Oh, because he's cold-blooded.
Oh, that's right. He is.
He's cold-blooded.
I need a mask. That's what I need.
Yes, you do. I was just thinking that. I'm looking over my character sheet. I'm like, do I have any crafting ability?
Yeah. I think
Well-
maybe I could use the hides, the wolf hides. Do you have any of those still?
Oh, I've got 20 wolf hides right now.
How are you carrying 20 wolf hides?
Because I'm Zash.
Maybe we could,
Does he just have a layer of 20 wolf hides on his back? Like a freaking, like a horse from Red Dead Redemption 2?
Maybe I put them in the cart, in the bunk that I was about to sleep in, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, they could be stored in the wagon. That would make sense, but like, I could just imagine Zash walking around with 20 wolf hides on his back.
Zash is very strong. He probably could carry all 20.
Oh, I have no doubt he could carry them all, but it would just be a little awkward for him to do anything else.
What do you?
So, Bees, I told everybody, and I'm going to give you this one. I'm honestly going to impose something on Zash while in this area. Zash from now on out will roll with disadvantage because of the cold.
Yeah, he's cold-blooded. He's a
Oh
snake.
dear.
maybe I could use
Yeah.
the sack and just
could
make a
use-
mask.
Have to get you some warm weather clothing because you are shirtless.
No, that won't even help because Zash doesn't radiate body heat.
Yeah.
So the only time that he will be any of use, per se, will be indoors.
Well, that sucks because, like B said, the snow's going to be around for a while, so that's not good.
Just one of these numbers. Cutting the sack, and making a mask or something.
Nice.
So
It's the cover of the really ugly dead spot.
Yeah,
decided-
the nose and the rotten cheek thing. Yeah.
we decided to not share about his undead status because I didn't want to out him. But we'll share like the whole story, everything we got here, just so we're all on the same page. And Paul has an idea for Terramyn.
Cool. He will welcome you. I neglected to mention, as you walk into this house, the smell, I don't know if it's going to bring Zash out of his exhaustion, but it smells like bacon in this house. Warm bacon and biscuit or biscuity, the baked goods. I'm so bad at describing food. All the
Smells
great,
like good breakfast.
all the yummy carby breakfast stuff, as well as a big bunch of bacon. The son is in there helping the mom, and she's kind of scolding him like, "Don't eat it yet! Don't eat it yet!" He's like, sorry, mom. Um, uh, and she, he just comes out. He's like, who are you guys? um,
Where is Will on the character sheet?
Will?
Will
The will
save.
sheet is the wisdom save. Is how it works.
Nope.
The Baron will tell his son, Ilya, go back to helping your mother. These are our guests.
It's a pleasure.
And Ilya is just crunching on some bacon. All right, goes back in the kitchen. He says, that was my son, Ilya. He's a real blessing. He says with a twinkle in his eye. He says, Anna, we have guests. This is Camila. I'm sorry, you didn't introduce yourself.
I was going to. I meant to. Yes,
I
I
was
am.
say Irina. You were the only female on the board. I was like, yes, you're not Irina. You're Camila. Irina. She's the only female name on the board. Make sure y'all can see Irina's.
Yes, I am
name as well.
Camila. It is a pleasure to meet you.
He says, and this is Pall, the shorter one is Pall.
Yes. Technically, my name is Gosa Darkwander, but my friends call me Pall.
Says, and the tired one, he says, trying to be polite about Zash's weird appearance, is, he says, not knowing your name. Zash, or someone else can introduce him. He says, I'm sorry, what is his name?
This is Zash. He's very sleepy right now because I mean, we said we'd talk about everything else, so the night hags. We think there's a night hag constantly stalking him, giving him terrible nightmares. So he can't rest. It's unfortunate.
As Zash pipes up and goes, damn stupid night eggs.
Night?
And he
Yes.
grumbles back to sleep.
Never even heard of such a thing. It's you are in my care and in my custody. I as a noble, it is my honor and my duty to keep you safe here.
I thank you.
But you must be forthright about all the things that are threatening you. I've never heard of a night hag. You say that.
I mean, we're trying to be forthright about everything
Yes.
that we've. Yes.
Do you happen to have any arcane healers or anything here in your town?
He smiles. He says, we have very powerful healer. Ilya and Anna join you at the table in the area. And
Paul will get up from his chair to let the boy sit down.
Dimitri says, just don't bother, he can stand.
Okay.
He's just holding his plate, just eating. And he says that I'm sorry, gotta get the all my shit together here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop-doop-doop.
So were we all served a plate of food? I'm taking it.
Yes, she brings the plate. She brings the plate of bacon and all the baked goods, and sets them down on the table. It says it looks like there's a pig on the art, but it's breakfast time, so there's no pig. It's just bacon. But
Camila-
yeah, they kill bacon. They kill piggies.
She tries to be dainty at first, but the first bite is so tasty, and she hasn't eaten in like over a day. So then she starts to kind of shovel it in a little bit, like eating a little faster because like it tastes so good.
That's true. You guys like nobody ate at Strahd's dinner. Like y'all gotta be hungry,
She's
Except for
so
Zash.
hungry.
Yeah,
except for Zash, who's just tired.
Paul will eat the shit out of this.
Ilya is actually he's like, save some for me, guys. Come on, guys. He's like, he's
I'm
clearly
sorry,
hungry, too. He's like a teenager.
I haven't eaten in a little bit.
It's like, man, it's like, you guys come in and eat all our food. The Baron is like,
She pauses, like,
yeah,
but it was.
be a good host, Ilya. He says, this is what the Baron does when there are guests. So, okay.
I can pay you for the food if that is the concern.
Oh no, it's no concern. And we, frankly, don't deal much in gold. In our town. Said everything we need, everything we have, we grow. We trade with each other. We share. Says we have farmers. We have animal caregivers. We have seamstresses and everything we need here in town. Says there's no need for your gold. You will be provided for as long as you put in the work as well.
Speaking
Absolutely.
of, maybe there's something. So we encountered this issue over in Valaki. Children are being abducted, and I'm not sure if you've been having this issue as well. If so, we are seeking a way to help the children.
Yes.
Being abducted.
We don't have concrete evidence, but we believe them to be either werewolves or wolves of some sort.
There are always rumors of werewolves in the village. No one's ever seen one, but there are rumors of shadows, things going missing. Livestock mostly, not children.
How often does livestock go missing, if you don't mind me asking?
He says, well, more and more lately. His wife is like, don't alarm them. You're
No.
safe here. Everything's
Please,
fine. She
this
says.
information is very helpful.
Yes, we're not alarmed.
He says, I'm sorry, you asked for healing. Who needs healing?
She kind of indicates the sleeping giant snake behind her.
Yeah.
Who mumbles underneath his breath, "Good kitty, such a good kitty."
Oh. Well, I assure you that the God damn it.
Kinda wanna do that too.
An insight check into
Yeah.
what specifically?
Finding
just
out
his
that
whole
it's
vibe?
just livestock that's going missing, and yeah, the whole vibe. Like, it seems like they
Yeah.
changed the subject when they started to go into details about it.
Yeah. I it might just be me being scatterbrained. I don't know if I'm playing them too crazy.
Oh,
But,
it's okay.
But as far as livestock going missing, yeah, Camila, he's telling the truth. Like, livestock are disappearing, and it's he doesn't seem to be interested in deceiving you at all, as far as you can
Okay.
tell.
Does he look
seems to be-
concerned? Like, really concerned about the livestock?
Yes, but not as much as he is with you guys. You seem to have bigger problems than he does.
Okay. All right, that's fair. That is fair.
That's the vibe you get from a great
Okay.
insight check. And he is concerned about you guys. He says, "Well, the abbot, he can help you. He's proven to be a powerful healer." Anna looks at him like kind of concerned. He says, "No, it's okay." He says, "Our own Ilya was healed by the abbot."
Oh, is
Yes,
this
he
the
spoke of
abbot
a,
of Saint Markovia?
He is, yes, he is the abbot over the abbey of Saint Markovia, on the mountain behind the town. Yes,
Okay.
he's interesting. He's different. He's not from around here.
He's Strahd.
You know, some people believe he is. Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
Well, Zash is asleep. That's Jester thought.
It's oh, you didn't say it out loud. He said
No.
some people think he is Strahd. There are rumors that Strahd can change forms and to pretend to be something he's not.
Frack, we know for a fact he
Jester
is.
thought.
He says, but
Well,
he says this
here's
is a good man. He's a strange man, but he's a good man.
And I suppose this man he works in the abbey mostly, correct?
He says he very rarely comes down. He does come in and perform rituals and prayers at the. God damn it! I said I was prepared today. At the wrong thing. At the shrine, the pool and shrine, here in town. There's a body of water, which bring you guys back to the map. There's a body of water in town. You can see on the north side of town.
Oh yeah, right
I'll
up there.
tell you.
Yeah.
Where there's a shrine to the this is as far as I know to the Morning Lord. Is that it's called the Shrine of the White Sun. And we have seen him down there doing his prayers and blessing people down there from time to time, but he mostly stays in the abbey with all of his with his guests and those who are in his care.
What kind of guests, if you don't mind me asking?
That's where he gets kind of quiet. He says, forgive me. He looks over at Zash. He says, people kind of like your friend here. They not quite human, not quite animals. He takes care of them. But they, he says, forgive me. I don't mean to offend, but sometimes people are uncomfortable seeing people like this. It's not me,
No.
not me, of course.
Insight
his wife is
check.
like, no.
No, I'm just kidding.
How racist are you, really? He says, but so I think that's the main reason he keeps them there, is to keep them safe from others who would do them harm. He says, but he is good. He is good. He came and visited us. Ilya was our last. He reaches out and holds his wife's hand. We've lost all three of our children.
Camila looks solemn.
My condolences.
Thank you.
Zash just in his dream shouts out, "Pork pies!"
He says, but the abbot, he brought Ilya back.
Wait, what?
At this point, you look over and you see, it's hard to tell from this art. Let me see if I can just zoom in. Ilya's got a big ass scar down his face.
Yeah.
He says, Ilya, he died. Natural causes. It was a sickness, a cough. It got bad, and he was gone for nearly a month, but the abbot brought him back. And Anna smiles, and they both kind of pat him on the back, and he's just all smiles. He's like.
When he smiled,
that-
I'm looking at his teeth. Does he have fangs?
Roll a perception check to see if you see fangs on Ilya. 19. You don't see fangs on Ilya.
Okay, so he's not a vampire.
No. He doesn't appear to be a vampire. And again, he just takes another biscuit and just takes a big bite of a biscuit. He's like, I'm back and I feel fine. I'm glad to be among the living, he says.
How long ago did this happen?
He looks over at him. He says, it's been recently. It's only been about a 10 days since he's been with us.
a 10-day means 10 days?
Yeah, it's like their version of a week. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this did happen relatively recently then.
So, oh yes, you've come at a time when we're in great joy right now. Things were very dark for a while there.
When you said he died of natural causes, I mean, he looks very young. What happened?
It was like a sickness is what you said, correct?
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I think I was making a note.
It was a
You're good.
sickness. It was a sickness. We don't know exactly what it was. It must be something in our blood. Like I said, he was the last. We've lost all of our children.
And it was the abbot that performed this miracle?
It was. He knew that we needed an heir, and it wasn't time for the Krezkov line to end just yet. You guys may or may not have noticed that Krezkov, kind of like Vallaki and Valakovich, he comes from an old family. And, the abbot, he knew my father, he knew my grandfather. So I think he just wants to make sure our line persists, and we owe him a great debt.
Well, I am grateful that you are alive and here today. And we're able to experience your hospitality, as well as the hospitality of young Ilya.
He says, Ilya says, "Thanks, man." And his dad looks at him and says, "Oh, thank you for being such a good guest," he says. He's like trying to be like his dad. He's not very good at it.
I wanna respond, but I'm not. This is out of character officially.
Yeah.
I wanted to respond, "That's cool, brah." But I was like, no, Paul wouldn't do that.
Can I use my divine sense one more time?
Sure.
I have 3 more uses. I'll use 1. Bring it
Yeah,
down to 2.
that's great, man.
You know, that actually, he gives me an idea.
Everything
I
seems
have
a
this spell that I don't utilize. It's not a spell. It's a class ability that I don't utilize often, but it could come in handy. I have this thing called Eyes of the Grave. First level, you gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of undead, whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life. As an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead. And to the end of your next turn, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected from divination magic. This sense doesn't tell you anything about a creature's capabilities or identity. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Minimum of once. You regain all when you... so I want to use that now. I know... So he knows about Terramyn. So he's trying to filter out Terramyn, and he's specifically focusing on Ilya.
Yeah, sure. I will allow both of you to use these abilities. Go ahead and put yours in the chat too, so I can compare these 2 abilities. But with your divine sense, it's really cool. I mean, I just gotta read. You know the type of any being whose presence you sense, and so you're like, oh, human, beast, undead, demon, whatever. Oh shit, Sirenscape keeps dying on me. Don't you keep dying on me.
For what it's worth, it's working for me.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Good for you.
Zash just ran away again and says, pork pies, fish and chips.
I toss a strip of bacon into his mouth while he is talking.
Okay.
Let me turn my mouth back on because I'm sitting here
I love
cleaning
it, Vinny.
Paul, you detect no undeath, but there's like a flavor of death on him still. Like you can tell he came back from the grave, but he's not undead. And separately, Terramyn, has an insight as he
Nope,
just kind
Zash hasn't waken up yet.
of as he just kind of smells it. Like this house is filled with various humanoids and a construct is how Ilya would be classified technically.
Huh.
A construct. What is that?
Like a
Like an
Puppet.
abomin or
Like
not
a golem.
abomination.
yeah, golem.
like a
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so he's like a Frankenstein. Like me, kind of. I would imagine.
Yeah, I think you would probably set off the undead characteristic, but
Yeah.
he's something else. But
Oh,
yeah,
so he
you
might
get,
not
you
have
get
really
like
resurrected him.
a weird vibe off of him. Yeah. I mean, the Baron would just describe it as a resurrection, but he doesn't. If you ask him, he can tell you how exactly he did it, but
Right.
he came back. Yeah, with the giant scar on his face, but other than that, he seems
So
totally
he
normal.
Terramyn won't say anything, of course,
Yeah,
at the dinner
sure.
table
Sure.
or anything. But yeah, he's just
Um,
been quiet pretty much this whole time because.
But the Baron would sing the praises of the
Abbot.
abbot and all of the things he could do. Obviously, he brought this family back together. So,
Sure.
so if your friend needs healing, you can go up to the abbey. The villagers here, we really tend not to go up there. But you are welcome. As far as I know, you can go up there anytime. They kind of stay up there. We stay down here. There's very little mixing of the two communities, but you're welcome. I'm sure he would welcome you, and if you are worthy of the Morning Lord's blessing, then he will grant it to you.
Well, definitely sounds like we have a heading of where we need to go next.
Well, then I can, as part of my, the Burgermeister said that while we're here we need to work, and of course, and one of the things I can do as a priest of Kellamvor is see if I might be able to offer my assistance to the good priest of the Morning Lord, in whatever ways I might be of assistance.
I'm sure he'd be thrilled to have another cleric in town. That's just Kellamvor. This is strange.
Yes.
Not sure what I could do to help too much, but and she looks over at the Baroness.
He says, can you dig a hole? Can you sow this? Can you collect? Can you pick crops? Can you?
Well, I was going to initially offer to do the dishes.
Oh, that's a grand start.
Just as a start, yes.
Yes.
Dude, doing the dishes sucks.
Yeah,
That sounds
nobody
awesome.
likes doing the dishes, so.
Yeah.
Brother
Anna
Lawrence
is happy to allow you to. Ilya, will you please assist our guest, Camila?
That is
Watching
okay.
this?
Let him rest. I'm sure he's also been through a lot of emotional differences. I can't even imagine what it would be like to die and then be resurrected. And, time is precious, so he should spend as much time with you as he can. And I've got a hand. And you watch as, a skeletal hand crawls up onto her shoulder, and it's her
my
mage
God.
hand. It's
She,
okay.
screams.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry. Don't worry. It won't hurt you. It's just magic. That's all.
Watch. And, she'll pat it, and, her hand goes through it.
Just magic.
Yeah, it's just magic.
Okay. Great.
Sorry.
Thank you for your help. Thank you for the help with the dishes.
It used to look a lot better. But, anyway, she's just gonna go into the, gather all the dishes and go into the kitchen.
She will say to Irina, who's not been talking at all because I forget that she's there.
I do too. It's okay.
The Baron. Actually, Anna will tell Irina that you and your friends are welcome here in our home. I'm sorry we don't have an inn. There's no tavern. There's nowhere else to stay. We have the most space. You're welcome to stay here if you need lodging while you're in town.
That sounds wonderful.
Zash's sleepy state, he just says ravens.
Yes. We will send a raven back to Vallaki that we have come safe, if that is okay with you.
Yes. That's fine.
Thank you. Excellent.
So what exactly do you need? Why are you here exactly? Why are you here? To see the Baron? I'm sorry, to see the Baron. To see the abbot?
Well, Miss Irina definitely stressed that we should come here, and we want to do.
She kind of clears her throat. Yes, I've always wanted to visit the abbey. I've heard stories, legendary tales of this holy site, and I wanted to visit for myself.
You hear from the other room. We also wanted to see what was happening with the missing children.
Oh.
Is that too?
Bones.
Bones. They all look at Zash and look back. Well, I'm sorry we can't help you with missing children. It's a terrible tragedy. But if there's anything we can do, please let us know. I'm sorry you don't know anything about that.
No, you're fine.
Can I get a perception?
Feel free to ask around. Oh, go ahead. Perception of.
Can I get a perception check from Paul?
Sure. Why do you want a perception check from me, you weirdo?
Like an insight to see what you're talking about?
Nah, perception.
Oh my god.
You see the cloth that the bones were wrapped underneath of the little pedestal in the church. I never gave those back.
No, wait. He consecrated them, though.
No,
I gave the bones.
Consecrated them.
Yeah, remember?
It
was during that Yeah, it was during that speech.
You're messing up the whole retcon.
It was during the speech.
You gave the bones back to the priest.
Yeah,
I only remember putting the bone in Terramyn's hand and it not working.
Yeah, no, there was a point where I was literally holding my hand and I closed it because Paul gave the bones back to the priest to sanctify to rededicate.
I thought I
was
still
during
had
the
those.
speech.
Let me take those off the character sheet.
Oh, yeah,
no, that's okay.
Yeah,
no, it was during the speech. A lot went on, so that makes sense.
It was a lot. But yeah, I just want to clarify that did happen, and that as far as y'all know, the church is sanctified. You got a feeling that the church is safe again. All right. Yeah. So
you can't stop.
the Baron says feel free to ask around the village if about missing children or anything else you need. Again, I'm sorry if they're scared of outsiders, but we're a tight knit community. It seems like if there were missing children, we'd have heard. There's not a lot of secrets around here. It's a small town.
That is fair. I do have another question. Yes. I apologize, Paul. I just wanted to know if there's a place to buy warmer clothes around here, like a thicker cloak or something.
Oh, not to buy, but
even trade.
We can check. We can check with Gladys. Gladys might have a stock of some warm weather clothing.
It occurs to me, you're talking about work and kind of trade and the like. Our good friend Zash, who is currently asleep there, we actually got into a fight with many wolves, and he has skinned probably some 20-some-odd hides. It occurs to me that we might be able to trade some of those hides for warm weather clothes.
Oh.
Because that's something that she could use to make more warm weather clothes for your community.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure Gladys would be thrilled. Absolutely. He'd be happy to walk you over to her house. Where
Perfect.
she works.
I
If you
would
like,
tell.
whenever he wakes up, I suppose. He looks over.
Yes,
Zash
yes.
tilts his head.
Yeah, Zash is still conked out, and he's
Oh, this is gonna be so hard for Zash.
I
the
believe
longest day ever.
my good friend Terramyn has a question, but he's also muted.
Oh.
he's
Yeah,
holding
he's
up a
muted,
fidget
muted.
spinner.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was holding up his hand to like
I was
ask
just
a
doing
question.
a fidget spinner.
Funny.
No, you're good.
Thank you, though.
You're welcome. Just want to make certain we hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, so I think we can hand wave meeting with Gladys. She would take some of your pelts and begin working on some warm weather. She would trade you some warm weather stuff.
Okay.
Not as nice as what the pelts would give you, but they at least hold you over until she can make something else.
Yeah. Fair.
Are we doing? Is that what the?
Let's have Zash agreed.
Yeah, well,
He's too
maybe
tired
stolen out
to-
of your bag.
Put too much of an opinion.
Is that with the? The wolf pelts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
and it's not just Gladys. She's got like a team of workers who can help her get things done. So
I do have
Yeah.
20 dire wolf pelts.
Could we construct a mask out of one of those?
Oh yeah,
instead of a paper bag.
Like a good one, yeah, over the nose and to cover the something that looks kind of cool. I mean, he with the hood and the mask, maybe like he's got a ninja look going on.
A wolf skull mask.
So I actually had.
I'll
I
have
had
to
an
ask
idea
our
about that.
local mask maker, Minnie, if she can make art of that.
I can see what I can do.
I had another idea about that. So Paul has a skill in woodworking, and I was thinking that I might be able to actually utilize that to make a mask for it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, like something out of Demon Slayer, like one of those like Japanese like
Oni
Bushido
mask?
type. Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that'd be
too.
cool.
this and there's woods in here too. This is like it's like a legit like forest inside of this town, inside of the town. So it's there's wood inside. They don't have to even venture outside the town for lumber. Yeah, they're pretty self-sustaining here.
But
Like I said, the only thing they need from the outside is wine.
so Terramyn was like, and as much as I wanted to RP during the dinner, like
Oh.
he wouldn't have talked at all,
Yeah, I'd be nervous.
You
Yeah.
don't want to give
Because
anything away.
he didn't want to bring any attention to himself, but he was sitting there eating quietly with them,
Yeah.
and nodding whatever. But he was also like kind of suspicious at the same time. Like, this place seems too good to be true in the land of sorrow,
Yeah,
So
for sure.
So he's just suspicious of this place, I guess, in general.
Yeah, that's fair. It also must be just super jolting because given your experience in life, like, oh, I'm in a settlement hanging out with a bunch of living people. They're being super cool. Like, it's super alarming, I'm sure. It doesn't feel right at all. Yeah, it feels like, it's definitely off-putting because it's so different from everywhere else you've been. But honestly, guys, I was scared y'all weren't going to be able to make it in, but I'm glad y'all brought Irina. I was like, they're not going to let you guys in because they're very safe.
Yeah, I was just like thinking about it. I'm like, what is going to be our way to get into this place? And I thought Irina, because I mean, we've got a snake man, we've got an undead guy, we've got a Vistani, and then we've got a gnome. And honestly, I was thinking, out of all of us, Paul seems the most. Actually, no, I was gonna lean on Camila because she's the most. But then I remembered Vistani have like
charisma
a bit
for sure.
Yeah, well, she's got the charisma, and I mean, like, I remember you were kind of like, I was joking around about the brown people remark.
Oh,
but
I know.
But I remember, yeah, but I remember you specifically saying that the Vistani weren't welcome in Vallaki. So I thought, then she probably wouldn't be, And so I was honestly, I was just grasping at straws.
Yeah, right. Because these are not Vistani settlements. These are like Barovian settlements is a different like population. So.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I could have disguised myself again, but it would have only lasted so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the locals will be hesitant and uncomfortable with you guys, but word will get around quickly that there are visitors who are outsiders and that they're with the burgomistress, and people will know you before you get there because it's such a small town.
So then I think maybe after the dinner or whatever, I have a moment and I look at like the hood that Terramyn is wearing, and I kind of go up to him and I say, honestly, the bag was a joke and it was in poor taste, and I'm sorry, my friend. No one wants to wear a bag. I would like to, with your permission, perhaps make you something a little bit more suitable that you might feel more comfortable wearing, that would fit properly and help you. What do you think?
That would be most generous of you.
Excellent. It will cost you 30 gold pieces, and it will cost you 23 electrum pieces, he says coyly with a smile.
He starts to go into his pouch.
I'm joking. That was a joke. You keep that. Me helping you helps all of us.
I think I'm starting to get your jokes now. That one was funny.
He says, not laughing.
Thank you. I will work on my delivery so that it's more clear.
Awesome.
That's good.
All right. So, yeah, I mean,
Zash
the town is here
finally wakes
for you
up
to explore. Or... Yeah.
Zash finally wakes up and goes, start smelling around. I smell bacon.
You smell it. You definitely smell it. And
It's on his face because
Yeah.
she threw one at him.
Yeah, I threw at him like a dog.
So
Oh, did
Zash
she?
hurries up and eats one of the pieces of bacon that was thrown at him
awesome.
and goes, is there more?
You would get up and Anna would say, I'm so sorry. There's none left. I could slaughter. Wait, I'm sorry. She looks like she feels really, really bad because she wants to be a good host, but she doesn't want to slaughter a whole pig. There's only so many resources for this town.
It's okay. Do we have any like
Zash
wolf meat?
holds up 8 pieces of wolf meat out of his bag.
Oh,
What about this?
oh,
It's
that's
still
great.
pretty good. Like, I mean, we only slaughtered them a little bit ago.
In fact, it was like
preservation of it.
No,
Maybe-
in fact, it was like less than 5 hours ago this stuff was killed.
That's true. Well, it was like late at night last night, right?
Yeah,
Oh, we did a long rest, didn't we?
so it would have been
Yeah.
8 hours plus whatever it took to
Plus the
come here.
travel.
Yeah.
I
Plus
feel it important.
It's kind of cold outside.
Oh, that's
What's
true.
up? What's important?
I feel it important to just like look at things of the Vallaki citizens really quick. They were attacked by wolves when we were gone, correct? And
Yes.
then we made certain all the gates were closed. We pretty much left early in the morning. Then they would discover through their most easternmost gate the carcasses of 20 wolves that are just
outside the city.
there. Actually, I think we asked the Ravens to help us with that, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't know if they did.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
he came out and it's like,
Yeah.
why the hell did you wake me
Yeah,
up?
he's like, you guys got this. I can't be caught helping you, basically. That's what he was worried about.
yeah, I just think it's like funny. Like they were
I think
attacked, and then the next morning they find the carcasses of a bunch of the wolves.
Right.
That's some
he might
some of
pretend
them-
to have
yeah.
discovered it and not, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to be tied to y'all, was his concern. So he would come out. His family would help as, citizens of the town. But yeah, that's definitely it's been a wild couple days.
Zash will hand this
Lucky.
woman 8 basically wolf steaks or wolf whatever. It's like,
Sure.
This is for your
Hospitality.
highness.
Hospitality. You're looking for the word hospitality.
Thank you.
Hostility.
Welcome.
so I'm gonna clear that off my.
His
So he'll-
son
he'll-
like pops up. He's like, "Oh man, steaks! Thanks, man."
He'll just straight up I straight up give her all the wolf meat that he has on her.
They are a
on
little
them.
gamey, but still good.
They are delicious. I don't know what this gamey is, but it is meat.
Have we seen this boy eat, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He ate-
standing
he
and
ate
eating.
Full of bacon and bread and yeah,
Just double checking.
yeah. It's just being rude.
I think we should go
Um,
see this abbot, especially to help Zash out.
Yes, no, I don't like sleepy Zash. I want energized, ready to roll and kick ass Zash.
Awesome. I guess that's the gazebo. I'm trying to figure out what's what on the map. So do you want to head straight toward the abbey, right? Up the mountain?
I personally would be down for it, but I don't know
Yeah.
if everyone would be.
Zash
would.
is
I mean-
along for the ride at this point. Wherever Paul drags Zash, he's gonna go.
Come on, buddy. And maybe along the line, like as they're walking, he's looking to see if maybe there's a plank salesman or somebody who like with a really good log, because he wants to begin carving this thing for for Terramyn. And I don't know how long it will take. I know it's going to take some time, but I kind of imagine that this is something that he can do in down periods, is just like carve away on this type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you give me a persuasion check with advantage, because this is kind of fun for them. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm rolling rocks.
Yeah, you really. Yeah, like, wait till we roll for initiative. No,
you're wrong.
they're
You're
really
right.
excited because you guys are like celebrities, basically in town. This is super exciting for them. We're like, oh yeah, I'm making a mask. I'm making a mask for the visitors. like really, like bragging about it. It's like when Edward Scissorhands is the most popular guy in that weird town. That's the vibe y'all are giving in this
Sure.
weird town.
While we are traveling up to the abbey, you'll see Zash pull a piece of jerky out of his bag. And I have
Excuse
it
me.
actually labeled as priestly jerky, and I remember that I took it from the priest at
That's funny.
Vistani.
Priestly jerky.
Hell
It's
yeah.
labeled. And he'll pull it out, and I'm like, no, don't want to ruin my appetite for the. Yeah. And he just like starts gnawing on it.
What about you, Terramyn?
Awesome.
How are you holding up?
Oh, he's muted.
I'm
Can't say so,
fine,
no.
as long as I don't give anything away
Mm.
and get you all in trouble.
So you're
Oh,
basically
fine.
right now. You're wearing like a cloth mask. Is that what you're doing? Like a COVID mask? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, like he just
cool.
cut the bag. You
Yeah,
know?
All you can
you
see
guys
is, like,
you
his
guys
eyes.
are all weird. You guys are all weird. Even Zash. I'm sorry. Even Paul, who's fairly humanoid looking, is weird because he's little and he's dressed strangely. And
Yeah.
And I mean-
Camila's obviously not a Barovian either. Like you guys
But-
are
Yeah.
all weird.
You all are walking around with a giant lizard that's probably trying to like huddle his cloak around him. Is like,
You can see his nipples are getting super hard.
God,
Alright,
I didn't need
everyone-
that visual.
Everyone breathe on Zash on
Minnie-
the count of 3.
I'm gonna need artwork of very
No.
hard nipples, Zash.
Not happening.
they have to be about eraser length.
It's like
Oh,
freaking Sinbad.
Lord.
Oh, you could cut glass on those things.
All right.
No.
I say the
Amazing.
wagon. You keep the wagon down by the burgomaster's house.
Yeah, and
because it's not wagon terrain as you start heading up the mountain.
I'll give him a little bit of money to also help cover feed for the horses.
Nice. Yeah. And again, the horses are very popular. It's like, oh, horses,
How-
cool.
How much would feed probably be? If I give him like 10 gold, would that be enough?
Oh, that's more.
Okay.
One goal would cover.
Okay, I'll give him 1 gold.
Yeah, they're pleased as punch because they have cows, they have chickens, they have pigs. They don't have any horses. They're like, oh, horses. They're like, we want to take good care of them.
Do not
now-
let anything happen to those horses.
Yeah.
And like
Now
her
we need to
eyes
know.
flare a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, then she like smiles
Alright.
and continues.
All right. We have the mountain. That's what we're all agreeing to do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there are other things. I mean, like I think out of all of the things, like that's the most clear objective. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we really have any other objectives here aside
and
from.
Irina is down. She's just looking up there with a smile on her face, like there it is. Ready to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Zash finds like some sort of magical item that just imbues heat to help keep him warm, he's like huddled up in his cloak, like.
You know what?
Horrible. I might as well just cut my knife into pieces. I swear. This is
that-
my last resort.
Are you suffocating? Are you suffocating? Are you bleeding?
Do you guys have any music?
I
I'm
don't
not
give a-
bleeding right now.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, I don't give a fuck right now. If I
last
am
resort.
cutting my arms bleeding,
Would it be wrong or would it be right if you took your life tonight?
Minnie caught onto it too soon. We failed.
Oh, yeah, I think we all did. It's,
Sorry.
I
uh,
like that. That's a running gag though. That's fun
Why would you take your life tonight?
because he's so miserable that he hates himself.
he's losing his sight, losing his mind.
I
wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.
He's fine. Yes.
Okay, as you make your way up this switchback road up the hill, Hugs Cliff, it's actually 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. It doesn't feel great for a wagon, so yeah. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows even colder as one nears the top. It takes you some time.
Zash will actually pick up Paul and like hold him underneath his cloak.
That's fair. You've done so much for me.
Hold up
whoa.
a second. Hold up a second. I need to.
I
Because
think
Zash
he's
is
using
really
you like a
struggling.
heating bag.
Yeah, Zash doesn't squeeze you like an anaconda.
Can I use? Well, this is okay. This is a GM call. You tell me, buddy. I would like to try and utilize Sacred Flame to keep him warm.
I think Sacred Flame is specifically radiant, which I mean, radiant is like light.
Can't we all be warmed by Kellamvor
Radiation
and his loving embrace?
If we have any source of fire, I have control flames and I can.
It's the middle of the day. None of us would light torches or anything.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you guys
Oh,
have
Zash-
torches, you can use it as a heat
Za-
source.
Zash is just fine with holding Paul right now. Like,
That's fair. We can just let this happen, everyone. We're good.
Yeah.
being that
I consent.
being that Paul is the only one that Zash could probably pick up and just
Yeah,
hold there
so
for
just like-
body warmth.
He's just like sitting there, and I imagine like his head's cocked to the side. So that lets out a deep sigh. Maybe his toupee like flips off a little bit, and he just like fixing it.
Yeah. As you guys get higher, you're on the last leg of it, and you're like literally 400 feet above the town now. It's a steep incline. You've just been going back and forth. It's a steep look down, and you actually get a pretty great view looking down, and you do get a better look at this pool and shrine area. It says even though it's overcast and it's snowing, just there's a word for that. It's just barely snowing.
Flurries.
Flurries. It's flurrying. Even with like no sun in the sky, it's not bright outside. It's very dull. But even so, the pool that you see up here at the north side of town still shimmers and sparkles. And you see near the shore, I'm not sure if it's this. I think it's this. But there's near the shore there is a gazebo, that this looks super old.
Right there.
I'm not sure if it's the little tiny gray thing or if it's supposed to be this big brown thing over here. I think it's probably the brown thing because usually the brown denotes something significant. But you can see from way up here. It's hard to tell, but it looks like a shrine. Like there's a statue or a place, like a sacred place to do spiritual stuff down there. But you guys are up here now. You can't tell exactly what it looks like.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys make it all the way up to the tippy top, and I'm gonna pull out my next chapter.
Gonna whip it out.
I'm gonna whip this out real quick, and bear with me as I. Should I? What time is it?
I don't know what you're doing.
It's time to end.
Oh no!
I know. Well, it's kind of a fun cliffhanger.
Yeah, it is.
And we've got Friday to look forward to.
That's true.
Do we?
I'm
Frank?
down for Friday.
Are we playing on Friday or no?
I need to talk to the missus.
I know.
That's fair.
Yeah. It wasn't a sure thing. Okay. All right. So you get to the top gate here. You see, it comes from the north. I'm annoyed because the next map it's flipped sideways, so it's like the north is to the left on the next map.
Just got snow.
Is that? Oh, you got
Oh,
snow?
there you.
It'll be ready for
There
next
we
time.
go.
Yeah, it'll be ready for next time.
All right, you're at the north gate. The road from the village climbs above the mist to a wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small outbuildings. That's what you're looking at right here. To either side of which stretches a 5-foot high. Oh, are y'all getting any audio? Because I'm not hearing anything.
I am.
Yeah.
It's very
piano.
gentle.
All right, I'm glad y'all can hear stuff.
The players are all that matters, right?
Yeah,
I think
that's
it
true.
just stopped.
Oof.
I restarted it, I think. Or
Oh,
no,
okay.
I stopped it and now I'm starting it again. Okay,
There
I'm
you
so
go.
sorry for interrupting the flavor text.
Yeah, no worries.
Two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot high, 3-foot thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. As you guys approach this little walkway right here, I'm sorry, I don't have your tokens on the next map where I put you there.
It's okay.
You do hear the sound of snoring, which is playing on Sandscape right now. You hear the sound of snoring. I'm going to grab all your tokens.
Zash
move
isn't
you onto the
asleep
map.
though.
I know. It's not Zash.
Church bell.
God, I love Sirenscape. Sometimes when it's doing its thing. And let's not forget
Right.
Arena this time.
Feels so ominous. I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you hear snoring as you approach. I think we're gonna stop right there. I'm not bringing you to the next map. We'll do that next time.
Yeah, big surprise for next time. I love it.
Yeah. You hear snoring right at the doors there. And that's where we'll stop, friends.
So I know
Shit,
not
man.
all of you play on Dark Side, but Vinalis has been playing a little video that somebody made him where him, I think Blackwater, and someone else is just walking constantly. It's some artwork that he had done. And the entire time I'm imagining Zash carrying Pall up this hill. And the way it is it's just repetitive walking up this hill.
Oh yeah, like it just doesn't end.
Yeah. And,
fun.
Minnie's maybe like just looking at this, like, what's going on? And I see Terramyn like, what's going on? What's that? What's going on? What's that?
That's been my whole thought process going up this hill.
I was thinking the whole time up here, I was like, man, I just want to cast Eyes of the Grave. Like, I want it on all the time.
How long does it last?
I think it's like a moment. So I mean, but I can only use it like 5 times. So it was.
Yeah.
Save it.
Yeah. Oh no. Absolutely. I just
I think
like the
Zash
whole.
feels with no resources to spend today.
Yeah.
I am
just,
glad
yeah,
right now we
nervous.
haven't got into combat because all I've got is 1 rage.
Yeah.
I've got
Well, the
3
Abbot
spell
seems cool,
slots
so
for level 1 remaining and 1 spell slot for level 2, but I've only got Suggestion and Beast Sense for level 2.
Seems
What do we
cool, but we don't know.
What are
We
we
don't
doing
know.
for XP?
Oh yeah.
There will be milestones.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
The
Free
bees. No. The bees
What?
will give us experience when he feels like giving us experience.
I'm not giving you experience. The module's literally written that basically when you follow the card to get a new thing, you get a level. And this party has spent a lot of time not following the cards. So I've given them levels for doing really cool stuff, but they have not been following the cards.
Yeah, we've taken the Skyrim method of just like, hey, this is a side quest. Let's go do.
Oh,
all the
look,
side
I leveled
something
them up
shiny.
twice because they did so many great things. Like they did
Yeah.
some world-shaping shit, but they're
Look,
not following
something
the
shiny.
card reading at all.
A squirrel.
Yeah, so that's part of the reason and I don't want to speak for bees, but I think that's part of the reason why he felt like okay, we can just start off from where we were, because the truth of the matter is, in terms of the main quest line,
Yeah, which is
we
a lot of side
all-
quests.
literally all we've done on the main quest is escort Irina to Vallaki.
Yeah,
We have
Oh, wow.
done as much of the main quest with you guys tonight as we did for the last
6 months of
year.
playing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
Well,
see,
thanks
you
for
guys are
running.
helping us advancing the story.
Yeah.
Thanks for running,
Um,
bees.
You got it,
Thank you,
guys.
Bees.
Yes,
y'all for
thank
playing.
you
Thank you for
so
playing
much.
with Jenny. That was fun.
Oh
That
my
was lots of
gosh.
fun.
I'm so sad I couldn't be there. She's such a cool character. Well,
I'm so excited that lantern was there. That was fucking epic.
That was
Hey,
that was yeah, that was
just
so
remem-
cool.
Just remember, his hair a little bit lower on Zash.
oh man, I can't wait for the next session. There was so much that happened this session. I loved it. It was a great session.
Well, and with
I either figured that this priest is going to be Strahd,
Mhm.
or it's going to be the very champion that we're looking for, the magic user that failed to defeat Strahd at first.
Oh, the rumored wizard who's supposed to be your companion to defeat Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited for the ride because we've been wanting to check out Krezk literally since the very beginning of the campaign,
Yeah,
and it's just we
But
ran
we
into
sh-
Vallaki first, really.
and there was a lot in Vallaki, so
But we suffer from ADOS.
ADHD.
Attention deficit. Ooh, shiny squirrel.
That's fair.
Okay. Also, to be fair, I want it on the record. Like every time, like we were fixing to get ready to do something, like let's go here. Bees would be like, "Oh my God, children are abducted! Oh my God, there are children being missing at the orphanage. What are you guys gonna go do?
yeah.
Hey,
Oh my
you
God.
should go check out the mortician shop. You're a mortician, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm a mortician." Vampires.
Oh my God!
like, oh,
a child
oh.
fell down a well. Oh
Yeah.
no!
You guys, yeah. I'm telling you,
Chin.
I told them
They're out of alcohol.
I told them when I started the game that everything's on it. I had timers for several things, and they saved the world from so many worse things that could have happened.
Oh
Because
no!
they were on
Zash
top of
just
things.
had a dream about Vlad standing on top of the hill with all these druids.
I'm so glad
keep
nobody.
saying Vlad instead of Strahd.
Yeah,
You're so glad. What?
Strahd the
Minnie?
Impaler.
nobody pushed Camila to find out what she dreamt about. Like
Yeah.
she gracefully
have to relive
changed
that
the
trauma.
subject.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Zash
trying to
is-
play it. Well, oh, go ahead.
Zash is always forthcoming with Pall. Paul comes up and asks him something.
That's true.
Paul gets answers,
You never get lied to with Zash.
True.
but only with Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, part of that is probably just because like we've, our characters have been through a lot,
Yeah.
and that's something that I think will probably. I mean, and I don't want to speak on behalf of like Minnie and Rogue because they got their own characters to play and they have their own ways of playing their characters. But like, I think that's part of any party or group in character and even out of character. Like, there's a level of like you learn how to trust one another. There's a. It's like running a relay, right? You just know when the person's there and when they're like fixing to hand the baton off to you to take it the next length.
Yeah.
I just realized something. This is the first game that I've ever played, not only with Minnie, but I've played games as Rogue the GM, but I've never played games with Rogue the player.
Really?
Oh, well, we're in Vigil. We're in Vigil, right?
Well, yeah, besides Vigil, but I think this was the first game that we actually interacted in. No, Vigil ran before you came over here. So
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
No.
Vigil did.
This
No,
is my
it's a
first
little
game
game
with
I
all
GM.
y'all. Except
Like,
for
totally
Hey.
forgot
Caitlin,
about.
Hey.
Hey.
who was
I'm
a
surprised-
wrestling orc temporarily in one of my other games.
So, and
But-
Minnie, I wanna like. Oh, I was a wrestling orc in one of your. Yeah, that was fun. I really wanted
Finally
to
got to
play
play your
that
wrestler.
more.
You finally got to play that character. He was telling me about that
I
character
did.
concept forever ago.
I did. I made a paladin of
Brawler.
glory, and his and I talked. I never got to do it, but whenever he was going to do a
He was
smite,
like a heel.
no. Whenever he was
Like a
going to do
wrestling
like
heel?
smite evil, I was going to have him manifest like a golden like ethereal chair, and there was going to a voice that was going to come out of the heavens of his deity going, "He's got the chair." Just, I was so excited. I made intro music for this character.
Yep.
That's
that
right,
I was.
remember that.
And he was
Yeah, it was
introduced to the
kick-ass.
rest of the party by wrestling an alligator in the middle of a swamp.
It was so badass.
One of the things I thought
the strongest of all time.
Yeah, it was great.
one of the things I thought of recently, Prankster, and this is directed towards you, Minnie is creating such great artwork, but we do
She
have
is.
a musician in this group.
Yeah.
It almost
Rogue.
feels wrong not to have a musician write a song for a group.
Yeah, Rogue, you need to get on that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I was actually thinking something similar today, but I was like, I don't know how to do that in without like shoehorning it, So
do some metal
We'll
vocals
find a
for
way.
you.
We'll find a way to work it in.
You might have the more beautiful voice.
Zash can always lend his voice.
I imagine you guys want me to do like intro music for Curse of Strahd, and it's just me, and it's Curse of Strahd, Curse of Strahd.
Sounds like a James Bond
all.
song.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
All right, someone clip that so we can remix it.
That'd be ridiculous.
I already hit the click button. It's working.
Okay, it's too late, and I'm getting the giggles. I'm gonna get off.
All right, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, thank you guys so much, all of
Later
you,
on.
for the great session. It was
Likewise.
a lot of fun.
Guys.
I've
Bye,
had fun
guys.
playing with both of you. Well, all of you. So
Yeah.
love you guys. Have
night,
a good
friends.
There you go.
And thank you, viewers, for sticking around throughout all of it. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna send you guys over to Dork Tales because they rated me last time and they're still going. So
Sure.
yeah.
Curse of Strahd.
It has been